Hi, everybody. Hi, everybody. You are number one. You are number one. Congratulations. Congratulations. Automatic save and live chat. Good morning, everybody. Good morning, good morning, good morning, everybody. Good morning, good morning, good morning, everybody. Good morning, good morning, good morning. There we go. Hi, Luigi. Hi, Luigi. Good morning, Mama. How's everybody doing? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Somebody said, we want Mao. I could give you Mao Zedong. Mao Zedong on the wall. Mao Ze Big Dong. Chris, it's Chris, the High Guy Jacobs here. I just wanted to leave you with yet another daily positive affirmation and support. Thank you very much. I appreciate you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And Chris, my dachshund said she could beat yours. She probably could. Luigi's not a fighter. She's a lover. You know, she's not a fighter. She's a lover. Shut up and take my money. Thank you, first chatter of the day, Devil Alex. I really do appreciate that. How's everybody doing? How are we? How are we, folks? Because Donald is not doing too hot. Donald is really not doing too hot. I don't know if you guys heard about this. Donald posted over 400 times on Truth Social last night. Nelson, no TLT for you? Damn, rats. But yeah, guys, Donald posted over 400 times on Truth Social last night. Sorry, over 400? Yeah, 400. Now, here's the thing, guys. It's all a distraction. Look at the name of this stream. Donald's distractions continue. This is the most blatant distraction I've ever seen. And also, it's not Donald. He can't possibly post 400 times. I've told you a couple of days ago where I was like, dude, this is Stephen Miller. This is a little team of groypers. You know what I mean? And it seems like that's actually what's going on. Thanks for becoming a loyalist, Alex. And thank you for the 10 gifted memberships, Trevor. Congratulations to everybody who just got gifted a membership. Congratulations, congratulations. But anyway, yeah, so Donald, he has a little team of groypers, or Stephen Miller himself, or maybe even an AI bot that is spamming on Truth Social, all designed to distract us away from probably three major things. One, Pete Hegseth's war crimes in the Caribbean and in the Pacific. Two, the Epstein files. Don't forget, they voted to release the Epstein files, and Trump still hasn't released it. It's been, what, 2 weeks now? They had 4 weeks total. They have 4 weeks to release these files, 30 days. And 2 weeks are gone now. So there's only 2 weeks left. And then on top of that, the entire economy is crumbling. It's crumbling before our very eyes. We're about to head into not a recession, a depression, worse than 1929. Like, I'm not even kidding, guys. I don't think the United States is going to make it to, like, 2028. We're going to barely make it out of 2026. And then if we don't remove him from office, we're not making it to 2028 at all. I'm being so fucking dead ass, guys. You and Hasanabi are my favorite streamers. Thank you, dude. I don't think you understand how much it means to me to have my name next to someone like Hassan's name, or somebody like Kyle Kalinske. I have been watching them since I was very young. And eventually I was like, you know what? I can do this. So I really do appreciate that. Thank you very much. And the thing is, the cycle repeats, guys. If you're watching me and you're like, I can do this, you probably can, brother or sister or themder. You probably fucking can. You know, if I'm your Lisan Al-Gaid, become someone else's. Become someone else's. Anyway, we gotta figure out what we want to talk about today in today's video, because there's a lot of stuff. Oh, also, Hakeem Jeffries, Apex Shakur, traitor to the United States of America, says he's not looking to impeach Pete Hegseth for his war crimes. Just fucking demented. Let me see if I can find that for you. Hakeem Jeffries won't impeach Hegseth. You guys need a quick little Bella Ciao to start the day? All right, let's do it. Una mattina mi sono alzato. Bella ciao, bella ciao, bella ciao, ciao, ciao. Una mattina mi sono alzato e ho trovato invasor. Un partigiano, portami via. Bella ciao, bella ciao, bella ciao, ciao, ciao. Partigiano, portami via, che mi sento di morir. Yeah. Can you record it and release your own version? That's not a bad idea. Yeah, you know what? I could do that, but in an English version. This is the flower of the resistance. Goodbye, love, goodbye, love, goodbye, love, love, love. This is the flower of the resistance. Oh, dude, that actually would probably go hard. And on that morning, I was awakened. Goodbye, love, goodbye, love, goodbye, love, love, love. And on that morning, I was awakened by the invader at my door. Oh, brave resistance, please take me with you. Oh, goodbye, love, goodbye, love, goodbye, love, love, love. Oh, brave resistance, please take me with you, for I feel death approaching me. And if I die here with the resistance, goodbye, love, goodbye, love, goodbye, love, love, love. And if I die here with the resistance, then you must bury me with them. Now that would actually kind of go hard. I might do that. I have a fucking, I got a guy with a studio. I could record a fucking song. It'd be easy peasy lemon squeezy. Kind of goes dumb, stupid hard. Kind of goes dumb, stupid hard. Give you this. Axios. Hakeem Jeffries says not to expect Dems to pursue Hegseth impeachment. I want this guy fucking arrested. I want him dragged out by his fucking Dumbo ears and thrown in a fucking prison cell, dude. You are such a cuck. You are such a fucking cuck, Hakeem. You're such a cuck. I fucking hate you. Democrats are unlikely to pursue impeachment against Secretary of Defense Pete Hegseth over alleged follow-up strikes. It's so fucked up. It's so fucked up. Are you fucking serious? Of course I am. It's Hakeem Jeffries, bro. It's Hakeem fucking Jeffries. A traitor. An actual fucking traitor. Do you know how much fucking AIPAC money this piece of shit has gotten? Somewhere between like 1.4 and 1.7 million dollars. He's a fucking traitor, addicted to Israeli shekels, just gobbling up every last fucking dollar that he can. Go kiss the fucking wall, you piece of shit. Dude, there's nothing I fucking hate more than a politician, specifically a Democrat politician, that accepts money from goddamn Israel. Go fuck yourself. Go put on a yarmulke and move to fucking Tel Aviv. Get the fuck out of my nation. Get the fuck out of my fucking nation. Disgusting. I want to fucking deport you. I want to deport you. I want to pull a Trump. Oh, I was born in California. Don't give a fuck. You're going to Tel Aviv. Like, I want to deport your shit. Fuck you. Fuck you. It's pathetic. Ugh. What the fuck? I'm just scrolling through Twitter right now and it's just awful. Maybe for the $5, I want to hear a Christmas album from this guy. Oh, the weather outside is frightful. but the fire is so delightful. And since we got no place to go, let it snow, let it snow, let it snow. All right. By the way, Trump has officially pardoned the world's most notorious drug trafficker, former Honduran President Juan Orlando Hernandez. He was convicted of drug trafficking last year and sentenced to 45 years in prison. Here's the thing, Trump, he's totally okay with that. He doesn't actually give a fuck about the flow of drugs, doesn't give a fuck about drug trade. He cares about the oil in Venezuela. This guy's filthy rich. Trump loves filthy rich people. He doesn't give a fuck about anything other than money. So this guy gets a pardon. Also, you can buy pardons in this regime. That's not a joke. There are already people who have bought pardons for their family members. But, yeah, I mean, I don't understand. You should not be surprised by this. Donald Trump is a criminal. So he loves criminals. He just fucking loves criminals. There's no two ways about it. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. He's a goddamn criminal. Let's see what other breaking news we got. Oh, did you guys hear about? So the shooter, the DC shooter, Ramanala Lakenwald, he was a child soldier for the CIA. They have these zero squads. They're called death squads. This isn't a joke. Everything I'm about to tell you is real and confirmed. The shooter, the National Guard shooter, was recruited by the CIA in Afghanistan when he was 14 years old to be part of a Zero Unit, which is a child death squad that was going around killing nurses, women, children, executing people. They used him as a child soldier, and he was exposed to so much gruesome violence that he, as one would, turned against the United States. It's fucking demented. This kid was a child soldier trained by the CIA, and he turned against us. Granted, we had him killing his own people. We had him literally killing his own people. Let me see if I can find this. Ramanala Lakenwald. Hold on. That's not correct. Okay, DC shooter identity. Manula Lakenwald. Okay, there we go. Okay. There is a deep dive on this guy. I gotta find this. We gotta find this. Where were the guards shot? DC? Yes. Hi, everybody. Hi, everybody. I have to find this post. Is this it? This might be it. I think this is it. U.S. enlisted D.C. shooting suspect in a CIA-backed death squad when he was a child. Yeah, Ramanula Lakenwald, who allegedly shot 2 National Guardsmen, had previously worked in a Zero Unit in Afghanistan. Oh, this is going to be a good article. This is going to be a good little article. This is going to be a great little article. Okay, we're going to read this. Of course I give fucking sources. Oh. His sources have sources. They do. They do. I'm just trying to get stuff lined up for the video. Okay, so I think we'll start with that. And then we'll go to this. And that. Then we'll go to this. That. And then this. Okay. All right. We've got Nelson threw a link in the chat. Let me see. Putin says Russia is not seeking war, but if Europe wants to fight, we are ready. No one's afraid of your bald bitch ass, you fucking Russian dog. Nobody's afraid of Putin. Bro, you couldn't take Ukraine. You couldn't take Ukraine. I'm convinced me and 6 guys could have taken over Ukraine. I'm not even fucking kidding about that, dude. You couldn't take Ukraine. It's the size of Oregon. You're Russia. Dude, me and 6 guys could have done that. Now, we wouldn't have invaded with bombs, but a little subterfuge, infiltration, whisper here, whisper there, $1 million here, $1 million there. I could have destroyed Ukraine in about a week. About a fucking week. No, literally, Nelson, no, the TLT crew could have done that. The 16 guys I play laser tag with could have fucking taken over Ukraine. Are you fucking out of your mind? No one is scared of you, Vladimir. No one is scared of you. Except your own fucking people. They're scared of you. They're scared of you. You kidding me, bro? I would turn fucking Moscow into a Wendy's. Like that, bro. Like fucking that. Dude, if I was the president, I swear to God, I would turn Moscow into a fucking Wendy's. Off the rip. Before my hands off the Bible. Before my hands off the fucking Bible. You kidding? Are you fucking kidding? All right. Why? Because I can. Because I could and I would and I should. Sir, this is a Wendy's now. Look up the shit with AI and Kirk. What do you mean? There's so much AI Kirk shit, bro. There's so much AI Kirk shit. What do you mean? What are you talking about? Yo, you're not going to believe how far we have to scroll. Yeah. All right, so I told you, right? Donald Trump posted 406 times last night on Truth Social. So we are going to have to scroll. Bro, this is... Oh my God, he's posting the... Oh my God, I know damn well the older millennial is jerking his fat micro chode over the fact that the Fuhrer is posting him. Holy shit. I know it. But yeah, we're going to have to scroll for a while because he posted 406 times last night. Click the scroll button at the top and put your mouse at the bottom. Click the... What do you mean, click the scroll button at the top? Click this. The scroll wheel is also a button. Holy shit. Holy shit. That changes everything. Oh my God, we're still like 12 hours ago. We're still at 12 hours ago. We're still at 12 hours ago. Now we're at 13 hours ago. All right, we're finally at 2 days ago. It starts here. Yeah, it starts here. Okay. All right. I don't even know how the fuck I'm going to cover all of this, but we're going to try. We're going to try. You ready? You ready? You ready? 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 Hold on. Okay. Dirty Donnie, the dementia demon, posted over 400 times on Truth Social last night. And if we're being honest, it probably isn't him. I said this a couple of videos ago when I was reading some of the Trump posts. I go, this is not Trump's verbiage. This is probably Stephen Miller or a team of groypers. Because as we know, the White House is infested with groypers. If you don't know what a groyper is, it's modern lingo for neo-Nazis, okay? It's stupid. It's all about this fucking Pepe the Frog. It's so detailed. I'll make a video on this in the future, but groypers are Nazis, okay? And the groypers have infiltrated the White House, or I guess infiltrated is not the right word. They were welcomed. They were welcomed into the White House. And it seems like they have control over Trump's Truth Social. And he posted over 400 times last night. 150 of those posts were within 1 hour, which is not doable. It's not doable. Like, you can't do, I'm a content creator, bro. There's only two possible outcomes here. A, he's geeked up on amphetamines, which is a possibility. The guy doesn't sleep. He's been addicted to Sudafed since he was like, I don't even know, like 40 or something like that. That's also true. You should look this up. Donald Trump was wildly addicted to amphetamines, and that's the reason why his casinos went bankrupt, is because he was like fucking geeked up making terrible decisions. So that's one possibility. And then the other possibility is there's a team of groypers all logged into the account constantly posting. Now, the thing is, guys, we're not going to go into all 400 posts. That would be fucking ludicrous. But it's all a distraction. Like, it's the most blatant distraction. You're just posting, I mean, he's posting about arresting Democrat lawmakers. He posted an AI-generated video of Nicolas Maduro surrendering to Donald Trump, like in shackles. And then he said, breaking news, Nicolas Maduro, the narco-terrorist leader of Venezuela, has surrendered to me and gave me evidence that Joe Biden told him that he's allowed to send gang members to the United States. All AI-generated, just delusional shit. And it's because Donald Trump is a dementia-ridden fucking pedophile. Okay? It's simple. We're going to try to cover some of that. On top of that, Ramanullah Lakenwal, the shooter from Afghanistan who shot and killed that one D.C. National Guardman and then shot the other one, and he's in critical condition. I told you, off the rip, I said, this guy's CIA. I was right. He's CIA. But it goes further than that. It's not like this guy was, I don't know, recruited by the CIA. No. He was created by the CIA. He was a child soldier for a CIA Zero unit when he was 14 years old. The CIA created these Zero units that were riddled with child soldiers because of their connection to the Taliban and ISIS and all that shit. And they used him to kill nurses and children and women and to infiltrate. And he was privy to so much violence at such a young age that, as one does, he went fucking nuts. And then when the entire thing crumbled and he realized that him being a traitor to his own people in the name of the American CIA was all for nothing, because we lost, we failed, we withdrew, and we brought him with us because he would have been fucking executed by the Taliban. So it makes perfect sense for this sort of situation to have happened. Anyway, let's, what else do I have? Oh yeah, Trump pardoned Juan Orlando Hernandez, the former president of Honduras, who is the most famous drug trafficker in modern history. Like, so while Trump is telling you, oh, we have to bomb Venezuela, they're funneling fentanyl, narco, super terrorist drugs into Miami, and they're taking all the Latinas. While he's doing that, he's pardoning the most famous drug dealer, like, of all time. And this is because Trump doesn't care about the drugs. He doesn't care. He cares about money. Trump only cares about gold and green, okay? And this guy is able to give him money. You can buy pardons in this regime. It's already happened. That's not refutable. This is irrefutable. People have been buying pardons for their family members who are in prison. This guy just bought his pardon. What else do we have? Hakeem Jeffries, Apex Shakur, traitor to the United States of America. He says to not expect Democrats to seek impeachment of Pete Hegseth for his war crimes. And his reasoning is that the Republicans already packed the House and Congress and Senate, and even if we did go after impeachment, we wouldn't get it. It would just be symbolic. Then be symbolic, you fucking pussy. then be fucking symbolic. You know, like that picture of it's an old picture of a man standing in a group of like everybody who is sitting and they're all looking at him and he says something and there's memes of it where it's like, I like cracking femboys. Be that man in your life. Stand up when everyone is fucking seated, even if you will fail. There are times in your life where you will look at your best friend and you will say, you know, we're probably gonna fail, right? And you better hope to God that your buddy turns to you and goes, yeah, let's do it anyway. That is courage. That is bravery. And when you say, but what if we fail? Then you know what your best friend better fucking say? Then we'll try again. Ever tried, ever failed. Try again. Fail again. Go! Hakeem, you fucking pussy! Anyway, I'm Chris Valenti. Welcome to the Valenti VOD. This is what real independent media looks like. It looks like some douchebag New York dirtbag sitting in his office with a fucking cube of Stalin on the wall. I've never had a conversation with an advertiser or a billionaire or a government, so if you do want to support this channel financially, please do. Every dollar goes a long way into funding this operation. You can buy merch like the Democratic Socialist poster or the mugs. You can click the thanks button down below to become a member. You can click the join... Wait, no. You can click the thanks button down below to tip me. You can click the join button down below to become a member, and you can become a patron on Patreon. Other than that, like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell. Costs you nothing, okay? Also, about 50% of you are not subbed. About 50% of the people who watch this stuff are not subbed. You might think you're subbed. Just click that little red subscribe button. It doesn't matter, bro. It's fucking free. Just click the fucking button. Anyway, let's dive right into Trump's Truth Social crash out. I don't know how I'm supposed to do this because there's 400 posts, but I guess we're just going to quick scroll. So he starts with stuff about the Somali state of Minnesota, just talking about reverse migration. He posted something with Midas Touch.
I think the Supreme Court is a broken institution. We cannot leave in place without a discussion, at least, and I think without substantive.
So this is the former Attorney General under Obama.
Reforms being put in place, this Supreme Court as it is presently constituted. If there is a Democratic trifecta in 2028, Supreme Court reform is something that has to be considered. Potentially expanding the court is something I think that also should be considered.
I go further than that. I think that we should be abolishing the Supreme Court entirely. It's fucking pathetic. It's useless. It does nothing other than bolster up the fascist in chief. So let's see. Obama sycophant, the former Attorney General of the United States, who did so much to hurt our country and who weaponized the Obama administration against the Republican Party. And me, Eric Holder, known as Fast and Furious, just gave a speech where he emphatically stated, above all else, that Democrats will back the Supreme Court of the United States if they get a chance. The word is he wants 21 radical left activist judges not being satisfied with the heretofore... yeah, no, Donald didn't write this. Yo, Donald didn't write this. Donald didn't write these. Donald didn't write these. Donald did not write these. No, he didn't write these. An AI wrote this. An AI wrote this. So he's just talking about abolishing the filibuster so that Republicans can win forever. But yeah, no, that Donald Trump did not write that. He keeps on going about Mark Kelly and the unpatriotic politicians who were wrong to do what they did. They know what they do. Great job by Jim Hansen. So I want to scroll for you, just so you can see. Oh, look, he's talking about Honduras trying to change the results of their election. He posted this shit, this AI-generated slop shit. And I'm not going to show you the whole thing because I fucking hate AI-generated slop content. But look at this anonymous mask.
Many are asking...
The mask is moving!
...or treason. But there is a third statute, one that fits their actions with mathematical precision.
Yeah.
18 U.S.C. Section 2387. Activities affecting armed forces. It prohibits, and this is word for word, advising, counseling, urging, or...
Shut the fuck up. I don't give a fuck. And dude, he posts them twice because he'll post this, right? And then he'll post it again so he can talk about the people's response. He's posting it again to show, like, look, President Trump shared this on Truth Social. Not even a close call. These people are a threat to America. Bro, we've gotten through 4 of these.
The fraudulent spending.
We've gotten through 4 of these. I don't even know, like, I can't show you everything because there's too much, but what I'm gonna do is just scroll until we are done. This is what the President of the United States was doing all night while Israel is murdering Palestinians, while Pete Hegseth is murdering Venezuelans, while ICE is rounding up brown people with no due process. King Donald is just spam posting on his private platform where, oh my God, is that cunt face?
President Trump has done more to crack down on illegal immigration and to strengthen our legal immigration system than any president in history. Several months ago, he announced a travel ban on 19 third world and failed state countries around the world. Secretary Noem announced tonight she's recommending that travel ban widens and covers more countries around the globe.
So this is all about remigration. I don't know if you guys understand what's going on here. I'm going to tell you this. So the Trump regime, not even really Trump, it's really like Stephen Miller and like the actual Nazis that are in the White House. They believe in this idea of remigration. Now, when you hear that, you think, oh, they mean like migrants who came to the United States going back to their home country. That's not what they mean. They mean somebody like me going back to Italy. I was born in New York. My father was born in New York. My mother was born in New York. My grandparents were born in New York. They mean like if you're not from the United States, dating back to like revolutionary times, they want you gone. And this is not even a joke. I mean, Stephen Miller talks about bringing this country back to 100 million population. That would mean removing 260 million people, okay? That's not possible unless you start targeting homegrown U.S. citizens, okay? So they're talking about this whole remigration plan. They want this nation to be a white Christian nation only that derives from seeds that were planted off the fucking Mayflower. It's not even like fascism. It's a new level of fascism. It's hyper fascism, right? It's actually fucking deranged. All right, anyway, let's keep scrolling. Let's just keep on scrolling. He starts posting, dude, he's posting this type of shit. Like these fucking mentally disabled, physically inferior fucking rat humans. It's insane. He's acting like a fucking influencer, bro. Oh, and then Stephen Miller, let's see. Dude, this fucking platform sucks. You can't play the video. You can't even play the fucking video. I'm just gonna keep scrolling and going up. This is what our president was doing. Over 400 posts. Did you notice how almost all these posts are posted twice? Because what he does is he likes to blast out the fact that he has these bots that support him. So he'll post something like this, right? And then he'll post somebody else's response, Joey Manarino. I'm sick and tired of these fucking pirates. They invade, rob us blind, impose their Sharia bullshit, and milk taxpayers dry with nonstop fraud after fraud. Meanwhile, there's unlimited cash for these inbred savages, but jack shit for our own veterans sleeping on the streets. Enough is enough. Deport them all. Meanwhile, Donald defunded the VA. You're talking about homeless veteran? Donald defunded the VA and got rid of Meals on Wheels. That's him. That's what he did. That's what you support, you inferior rat person. Just keep on fucking going. Just keep on going. Dude, he posts a video about the dead National Guard. He goes, I'm not playing that because I'm going to get copyright striked. 10,000 people, maybe more. Like, dude, our National Guard are under attack by Democrats! An attack on the people who protect America is an attack on all of us. Yeah, because the CIA-trained child soldier, that's the Democrats. Yeah, I forgot. Yeah. Whoopsie. Whoopsie. Don't worry, we're gonna get to the child soldier. I know we're taking a long time to get through Trump's post, but the cocksucker posted 400 fucking times in one goddamn night. Still going. This is disgusting. What is this? Is that Ilhan Omar? Should Ilhan Omar be deported alongside her Somali corruption ideology?
Port Ilhan Omar.
Oh my God, the AI voice.
Donald Trump warned America long ago that one day the truth about Ilhan Omar would come crashing down like a hammer. And now, with Trump
Wait,
back
wait,
in
wait.
charge...
Was that a wasp's nest? Yo, this is so Islamophobic. Oh, I accidentally clicked the full screen button. No! I think we're back. So let's go back to Ilhan Omar here. Where's Ilhan? Where is she? Show me Ilhan.
Why Donald Trump will deport Ilhan Omar. Donald Trump warned America long ago that one day the truth about Ilhan
That's a fucking wasp's nest! That's a wasp's nest!
Omar would come crashing down like a hammer. And now, with Trump...
Again, friendly reminder, don't fall for this shit. This is all a distraction from the Epstein files, from the fucking war in Venezuela, Pete Hegseth's war crimes, and the just crashing fucking economy. None of this shit matters, bro.
back in charge and the emperor finally seated on his throne again.
The emperor?
The crackdown on immigration fraud is no longer a threat. It's a reality. And Ilhan Omar, well, she might want to start packing before the music stops. For years, Omar moved through Washington like someone who believed the law was a suggestion.
What the fuck are you talking about? Donald Trump is a felon. He's convicted 30 plus fucking felonies. What the fuck did I do?
Why Donald asylum claim her suggestion, not a requirement. Fake identities, suspicious paperwork, a marriage that investigators say looked more like a family reunion than a wedding. Her story reads like one of those immigration cases Trump loves to expose on stage. And now that he's tightening the net on fake citizenships, fraudulent asylum claims, and people who enter the U.S. using children who are not even theirs, Ilhan Omar stands exactly where she never wanted to be.
This is so fucking stupid, dude. This is so fucking stupid. Oh my god. All right, we still gotta keep scrolling up. What is this, Kash Patel? Why does he look like he just fucking shot Charlie Kirk himself?
When the United States government and agency heads want things to disappear
Dude, he looks like he did it himself.
and want things to be buried and hidden, they know how to do it.
Oh, that's so quiet. Sorry, let me turn that up for you.
But what they didn't count on was President Trump winning, him electing leadership across the United States government to say,
Shut the fuck up. You're a Make-A-Wish FBI director, bro. You're literally a Make-A-Wish hire.
go find out how they corrupted and weaponized law enforcement. And that's what we did. That's what we're doing. That's how we found it. And we're going to...
Yo, by the way, this fucking dork loser, when he got to D.C. to investigate this National Guard shooting, this is confirmed reporting. I'm not going to pull up the fucking tabs. You can do that on your own. But he stayed on the plane for like an hour throwing a temper tantrum that he would not get off the plane until somebody gave him an FBI jacket and a SWAT patch, a patch and an FBI patch, because he left his jacket. So they had to take a jacket off of a woman, like a female FBI agent, and put it on him, and then get SWAT teams to take off their patches and put it on him, all because he wanted to look like a big, strong guy. You're the fall guy, Kash. You're the fall guy. Nobody respects you. Like, nobody out here in the real world respects you, but even in there, in the White House, bro, the reason I called Kash Patel a Make-A-Wish hire is because that's what they call him in the White House. That's not a joke. That's being leaked out, is that people in the White House refer to him as the Make-A-Wish director, okay? It's a fucking joke. You're a pathetic, spineless, gelatinous, supine fucking worm, Kash, and everybody is racist to you. Like, bro, I saw your Happy Diwali post. All of your own constituents, all of the people who you stand for were like, go back to India, fuckface. Like, dude, you don't even look. Oh, and not to mention, you are being honeypotted by a Mossad agent, you pathetic fuck. You are dating a 26-year, younger than me, a 26-year-old Mossad agent, constantly gathering blackmail on you, you fucking dumbass. Jesus Christ, let's let him finish. Nah, because this platform sucks dick. I'm clicking play. But it doesn't matter because this platform is fucking insane. I wouldn't be surprised if this entire website was created by a goddamn AI. So it keeps on. Is that Alex? Alex. Come on.
They're now turning on their former bosses, which shows they know they're done. I mean, explain how big a deal that is to have their top people, because it's not just, they've already gone to the White House.
Somebody in chat said this yesterday. Alex Jones is my favorite Greek tragedy because when he was younger, in the early 2000s, he built a whole career off of essentially doing what I do, being like, these fucking people, they want to create like a super AI. These fucking people, they want to create like a super AI data center. And they want to be able to monitor your every movement, brother. It's Big Brother. They want to be able to monitor your thoughts. And they're going to arrest you for thought crime. And they're going to be trafficking children for the rich elite pedophiles, right? Meanwhile, all of that ends up happening, ends up becoming real. You were right, Alex. You were right. Oh my God. And because it's Trump, because it's your guy, you have to pretend it's not real. You have to defend it all. Like, it's a Greek tragedy. The way that you have fallen, you could have been the beacon. You could have been the beacon.
Then the White House says, well, then go show us. If we were to trust you, go public. They're now going public. So explain what happened last week.
Well, networks, a general rule is networks under pressure break down. They start breaking down, people turn on each other. So just by keeping the pressure on over a long time.
Is this guy a meth head? Is that a fucking tweaker? Is that a Fent tweaker? What the fuck is this thing? What the fuck is that thing? Ew! Get it off my screen. Get it off my fucking screen. All right, so we keep going. He's just shit posting all fucking day and night. Oh my God, he posted the Golden Millennial.
So Gavin Newsom and his wife actually created an organization just to steal some of the fire aid money. Like, how this man is still governor of California and not behind bars is fucking mind-blowing.
Oh, shut the fuck up, you alcoholic, morbidly obese piss boy. I've seen a video of you getting tased by an officer after resisting arrest and then pissing yourself, crying on the floor, going, I'm so sorry, officer. I'm not joking about that. If you want to see that, look up The Older Millennial Pisses Himself. The video is available. It's body cam footage. It is some of the best fucking footage out there. Anyway, yeah, still shit posting. Stephen Miller, some random fucking guy. I mean, that's all. It's insane. I don't know what to tell you other than the fact that he's dementia-ridden and fucking insane. Anyway, so let's move on to the CIA child soldier who shot the DC National Guard. So, we got this from Trump, his post about the animal who shot the 2 National Guardsmen, yada, yada, yada. So the CIA did not recruit Rahmanullah Lakenwal. They harvested a 15-year-old kid, shoved him into one of their Kandahar kill squads, rewired his brain for violence, and then dumped him in America like toxic waste. So this is confirmed reporting. We've got this from Truth Out here. U.S. enlisted D.C. shooting suspect in CIA-backed death squad when he was a child. Rahmanullah Lakenwal, who allegedly shot 2 National Guardsmen and previously worked in a Zero unit in Afghanistan. Now, Zero units, if you don't know, they weren't officially part of the United States military, so they were allowed to not allowed, but they were violating international law. They were committing war crimes. They were slaughtering innocents. This guy, when he was like 15 years old, at the orders of the CIA and the training of the CIA, was murdering nurses and children and just fucking insane shit. Rahmanullah Lakenwal, the man who authorities say shot 2 National Guardsmen outside the White House, had previously worked in a CIA-backed Zero unit in Afghanistan, often called death squads by human rights groups. The United States made this person into a child soldier and is now experiencing what I think is one of the most horrifically bright-line cases of imperial blowback that we've seen throughout the War on Terror, says Spencer Ackerman, journalist and author focused on U.S. military and foreign policy. Hassan Piker said this once, and he's correct. The violence that we commit overseas will always make its way home. Okay? The imperialism that we do overseas will always make its way home. And we see microcosms of this. Like, our never-ending funding for Israel and support for their genocide leads the IDF into the United States to train ICE. And this is not a joke. And they're not only training ICE, IDF soldiers are in ICE. That's a verified truth, bro. And the same thing with like the NYPD. The NYPD is trained by the IDF. The cruelty we commit overseas will always make its way home. All right, so here's the transcript. This is between Amy Goodman and Spencer Ackerman. I will do a dramatic reading for you. I want to bring Spencer Ackerman into this conversation. You have a new piece in Zateo headlined, quote, "He killed for the CIA in Afghanistan. Trump blames Afghan culture instead of Langley's," end quote. Can you elaborate? Yes. Your guests have spoken very eloquently about the betrayal and the dishonor that the collective guilt of Afghan refugees ascribed by the Trump administration for this horrific murder is having. What we're focusing on less is that person. What we're focusing on less is that the person who committed, allegedly, these crimes, Lakenwall, had a gun put in his hands when he was a child by the CIA. Apparently, when he was 14 or 15, he was brought into the 0 Unit number 3 around Kandahar. If you're too young to know much about like Afghanistan and Iraq, the invasion of Kandahar was a fucking nightmare. Okay, door to door combat. Every fucking window, every fucking door. They did not want us there, okay? Apparently, when he was 14 or 15, he was brought into the 0 Unit number 3 around Kandahar. Apparently, his brother told the New York Times. Apparently, his brother, the New York Times reported, was a deputy commander of this unit. The unit was a death squad. The United States made this person into a child soldier and is now experiencing what I think is one of the most horrifically bright-line cases of imperial blowback that we've seen throughout the War on Terror. If the United States wants to find out whose culture is responsible for this horrific crime, it needs to start by knocking on doors at Langley. As well, the Afghans who ran the US-backed Afghan intelligence service known as the NDS. So when we were working with the Afghans to like take down the Taliban and Al-Qaeda, we were working with warlords who had literal child sex slaves, okay? And there were whistleblowers like American Marines, American soldiers who would be taken into these rooms because the CIA was going to work with this warlord, and they would see a naked child chained to a bed being raped. And these soldiers were like, well, in the movies, my job right now would be to kill the bad guy and save the kid. But the movies ain't real life. We're the United States of America. We're on the side of the bad guy. We've always been the bad guy. We've never been the good guy. Do you understand that reality? Do you understand that we are the evil empire? We're not the rebels. We're the evil empire. It's an unfortunate reality. It was this culture of violence, of impunity, of murder for political reasons that had a specific role, we'll find out more at trial, of shaping Lakenwall and his circumstances. To blame the Afghans who came here as refugees, desperate, overwhelmingly, as your guest said, who worked with the United States, who served the United States war effort, is perverse. And it is ultimately a cover for allowing the U.S. to continue to create death squads, to outsource its most murderous and its most despicable wartime actions to locals, and then blame them for it. Who then it can blame them for. I was thinking about Timothy McVeigh, who was on the highway of death in Iraq. Yes. He comes back from there. He blows up the Oklahoma City building. He kills what, something like 169 people? No one said that all white Christian men should be imprisoned, let alone deported. But your thoughts on those kind of comparisons? I think what we are really seeing is the horrific consequences of a violent, exploitative, and extractive U.S. foreign policy once again. Not for the first time, but once again, coming home. If the United States actually cherishes the lives of these West Virginia National Guardsmen, who should not have been in D.C. in the first place to backstop ICE, that's its own issue. But if the United States values their lives and values the lives of other service members and other Americans, then it has an obligation to, in the first instance, stop creating these death squads. Oh, Jesus. To stop creating the conditions that are warping the people who serve them into the point where they would commit horrific murders like these. That's a cherishing of human life that we never see from the United States and its foreign policy around the world. Un-fucking believable. So, listen, I told you, and I'm right. I don't like being right. CIA. CIA orchestrated. I'll be very surprised if this guy, Ramanullah, actually makes it to trial without being suicided or disappeared by the CIA. They're never going to let this guy testify. They're never going to let this guy testify. They're never going to let us hear his fucking voice. All right, moving on. Former president of Honduras is freed from prison after the Trump pardon. Here's a picture of it. So Trump, this guy right here, this is Juan Orlando Hernandez, the former president of Honduras, who was also one of the most notorious drug traffickers. So Midas Touch covered this. I'm just going to read this for you. Trump has pardoned one of the most notorious drug traffickers, former Honduran President Juan Orlando Hernandez. He was convicted of drug trafficking last year in the U.S. and sentenced to 45 years in prison. He conspired to traffic 400 tons of cocaine into the country and was at the center of one of the largest and most violent drug trafficking conspiracies in the world. He even said his goal was to, quote, shove the drugs right up the noses of the gringos. Yes, please. Now, thanks to Trump, he is a free man. Now, this is because I know that, like, you guys think that, or some people think that Trump cares about, like, the flow of drugs, and that's why he's bombing Venezuela. He doesn't. Fentanyl doesn't come in from Venezuela. If you think it does, you're fucking brain dead and a dipshit. What Trump does care about is money. Money. And I don't know how much money this guy and his team paid Trump, but they clearly paid him for this. I don't know what to tell you other than the fact that Donald Trump means nothing of what he says. He doesn't mean anything. He doesn't mean anything. All he cares about is money. He sees two colors, green and gold. And if you can give him those two things, he will give you whatever you fucking want. Okay? Also, he's a pedophile. He's a pedophile and a sex trafficker. All right. Moving on. As we know, Pete Hegseth, the Secretary of War Crimes, has been murdering innocent civilians on fishing boats in the Caribbean and in the Pacific. And we're now getting confirmation that he ordered, quote, kill them all, leave no survivors, which is in and of itself a war crime. Under any circumstances, it's a war crime. But a long story short, there were 8 guys on a boat. We bombed the boat. 2 of them survived. They were clinging on for dear life. They went up the chain of command, said, what do we do? Pete Hegseth is watching this live. He says, kill them all. Second strike comes in, kills the last 2 guys. Now, this is just the one example that we know of. Excuse me. I am 100% certain that we have done it to more than 2 people. And Pete Hegseth is a war criminal. But Hakeem Jeffries, also known as Apex Shakur, the House Minority Leader, well, he says not to expect Dems to pursue Pete Hegseth impeachment. Friendly reminder that this man has received over $1.7 million from AIPAC. He is a traitor to the United States of America. But yeah, House Minority Leader Hakeem Jeffries signaled on Monday that Democrats are unlikely to pursue impeachment against Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth over alleged follow-up strikes against boats in the Caribbean. Impeachment has been a fraught subject for Democrats, Jeffries acknowledging that the Republican control of both chambers of Congress makes any impeachment effort virtually dead on arrival, which goes back to my point earlier. Just because the failure is inevitable does not mean that trying is not worth it. Trying is all that you can do sometimes, putting up an effort, showing your people that you are willing to fight even the unwinnable battle. Okay? That's courage. That is bravery. Courage is not the lack of fear. It is acting in spite of it. It is recognizing that fear and going, fuck you, and doing it anyway. And Hakeem, you have no honor. You have no courage. You have no bravery. You're a fucking reptile. Anyway, that's all I got for you today. Again, I'm Chris Valenti. This is the Valenti VOD. If you're watching this live, you stay. We're going to make a thumbnail and get this posted, and we got more news to cover. If you're watching this pre-recorded, thank you very much. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. It costs you nothing, and it helps me immensely. And do me one last favor. Click that video over there. It's a banger, and I know bangers. All right, that's a banger. That's a banger. That's a motherfucking banger. All right, we gotta make a thumbnail. Short stream? It could be. It very well could be. But now we've got to get the fucking... I got to get the video up. We got to upload the video. We got to make the thumbnail. We got to do all the things. We got to do the things that you do when you make a YouTube video. We got to do this when we do this. You're in class watching me? You bad boy. How dare you? Just go back to class. You focus. You focus in class. I'm gonna be honest, I never focused in class. Are you fucking kidding me? I almost failed out of high school. I didn't, but I almost did. All right, so what should we do with this? Let's do the CIA Death Squad. I think that would be the better thumbnail. CIA 0 unit. Child soldiers. You seen the Hassan Bro Tip stuff? You're talking about Chad Vice, right? You're talking about Chad Vice? Yeah, I know Chad Vice. We'll take this one. Save image as. Documents. This is episode 312. We'll do that one. Okay, thanks for becoming a loyalist. Thank you for the $5. Did you see one of our Doomsday planes turned off its transponder over the Atlantic yesterday? No, I didn't. I didn't see that. That's very not good. Don't like that. Is that a good face blur? Hold on. Maybe this one? Oh, you can't do that one. All right, we'll just use this one. Okay. Get rid of that. Kirk's wife is a necrophilic pregnant with Vance Couchfucker's kid. That's the craziest sentence I've ever read. New sentence unlocked. Thank you for that. I highly doubt she's pregnant, especially because if Erica Kirk is pregnant, it can't be Charlie Kirk's kid. At least this late in the game, it'd have to be somebody else. The face blur could use some work. I don't know what to do about that. I don't know which face blur to use. Do you guys? How, like, what, how do I make that better? Use a pic of the CIA logo. Good idea. great idea. Good idea, chatter.
We are Charlie Kirk.
There we go.
Unbroken. We'll make heaven.
What the fuck? That's not it.
We are Charlie Kirk. We carry the flame. We'll fight for the gospel. We are Charlie
This song has been every.
We are Charlie Kirk. We carry the flame. We'll fight for the gospel. We'll honor his name. We are Charlie Kirk.
Somebody said I'm half with ads, so I can make sure Chris's ads aren't bad. What's wrong? What's up with ads? Is something going wrong with the ads? Is something going wrong with the ads right now? You get ICE ads? I thought the ads had to do with you, the viewer. I thought the ads were relative to where you are, what you watch. It has to do with me? The ads have to do with me? Holy fuck. It's both. Yo, that's crazy. So you guys are getting Israel ads, ICE ads, probably join the military shit. They're trying to counteract me in real time. They're trying to counteract me and hijack my audience in real time. Good luck. We're Charlie Kirk. We are Charlie Kirk. We carry the flame. We'll fight for the gospel and honor his name. We are Charlie Kirk. Good luck. Good luck. Good luck. Good luck. Okay, stop singing. 10-4. Una mattina mi sono alzato, bello ciao, 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 ciao. Una mattina mi sono alzato, ho trovato l'invasor, oh partigiano, portami via. Bello ciao, 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 partigiano, that's Hassan Piker, che mi senta di morir. Fucking Uvy's in there. Uvy's in there. All right, this needs text. We'll have this say CIA trained child soldier. He is a All right, so we got that one. He's a CIA trained child soldier. CIA Death Squad. Why is Hassan bad? He's not. I love Hassan. I didn't click that button. Ovi did. Ovi's in there. I'm not doing this shit. I told you. Ovi is the cube master. CIA Death Squad, I told you. Okay. Title. DC National Guard shooter. Hold on. DC shooter was a child soldier for the CIA. DC shooter was a child soldier for the CIA in Afghanistan. Trump posts 400 times to distract you. Okay, so the title. Oh, blow the face. Somebody says, I hate Hassan. He hates Ukraine and loves Russia. Wrong! Wrong! Goon mode. Guna matina, mitsona tato. Oh, guna gun, guna gun, guna gun, 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 guna matina, mitsona tato. Invasor. Oh, guni, guni. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry about that. I'm so sorry about that. I'm so sorry about that. Does it sound like China? Yeah, so do I. Yeah, so do I. Goon. Why did the CIA have child soldiers? We have done this historically many a time. The CIA will hire child soldiers in the countries that we invade because they can commit war crimes that we would end up being charged for. It's essentially a way to work around the International Criminal Court. We don't care about these kids. They'll probably fucking die anyway. I care about them. I wish we didn't do this, but we don't. The CIA doesn't. They just recruit these kids, get them to do terrorist shit, and then leave them to die. Let them get executed by the Taliban or some shit. All right, so here's the title. DC shooter was a child soldier for the CIA in Afghanistan. Trump posted 400 times to distract you. How's that? How's that? Yeah? Trump posted 400 times last night. The CIA took a child and turned him into a killer and then welcomed him into the U.S. AIPAC Shakur says what Pete did is fine. Hey, can I SEO it a bit? Oh, search engine optimization. Yes, go ahead, Avi. What do you got for me? Thank you for the $10. Look up the 0 units. The CIA's covert death squad's made up of Iraq and Afghani assets. Yo, thank you for the $10. But brother, I just made a video about that. We're posting the video right now, my bro. Aren't you in for something? Aren't you in for some goodies, my boy? All right, Avi, what did you wanna add for the search engine optimization? Give me a sec. No worries, brother. We'll come back to that while I do the rest of this. Valenti VOD. Demon posted over 400 times. Demon posted over 400 times. All right, it starts a little bit late. I thought I waited long enough, but I guess it didn't. Demon posted over 400 times on Truth Social last night. And if we're being honest, it probably isn't him. I said this a couple of videos ago when I was reading some of the Trump posts. I go, this is not Trump's verbiage. This is probably Stephen Miller or a team of groypers. All right, we'll just have it go up the way it is. I did see the Tucker Carlson Piers Morgan interview where Tucker's straight up, I think he's on drugs. And he's losing his mind and he says the F slur over and over and over again. Just over and over and over. And it's really fucking weird, bro. DC shooter was a child soldier for the CIA. Trump floods Truth Social. I like that. Thank you, Clanker, that came up with that. DC shooter was a child soldier for the CIA. Trump floods Truth Social with 400 posts in one night. All right, and then you said to swap the thumbnail out. Put 400 posts in the thumbnail as another thumb option. Oh, I like that. I like that. I like that. I like that. Okay. And say overnight. There we go. Here's the title now. DC shooter was a child soldier for the CIA. Trump floods Truth Social with 400 posts overnight. How's that, yeah? How's that, yeah? Now let me just swap out the I told you. New test. CIA death squad, 400 posts. I told you. Okay. Demon posted over. All right, that's up. Let's make an ad. Let's make an ad. The DC National Guard shooter was a... The DC National Guard shooter was a child soldier trained by the CIA when he was 14 years old and put into a Zero Squad, which is just another name for a death squad that went around slaughtering women and children. This is Langley's fault. This has nothing to do with Afghani culture. It has everything to do with American culture and American imperialism, coming up with the bright idea of going overseas and recruiting children to commit war crimes so that we don't have to do it, and then leaving them behind to just fucking die. Except this time, we decided that we would take this monster and bring him back to the United States of America, and just thought that none of that trauma would ever come back up to bite us in the fucking ass. On top of that, Dementia Dirty Donnie the Demon posted over 400 times on Truth Social overnight, all designed to distract you away from the three big things that are concerning him. 1, the Epstein files. 2, Pete Hegseth's never-ending war crimes. And 3, the economy is about to fucking destroy itself because it's all propped up by a fucking AI bubble. We've got 4 trillionaires, essentially, just passing money around each other, pretending like we have a fucking economy. This shit's fucked. This shit's cooked. Any and all Trump supporters are inferior. New YouTube video, new YouTube video, new YouTube video, new YouTube video, new YouTube video. I'm in the cube. Is that Chiang Kai-shek? Ovi, is that Chiang Kai-shek? Who is that? Who is that? That's Mao? I can barely see him. He looks a lot different. Pete? Did somebody say war crimes? Thanks, Pete. New YouTube video on the CIA trained shooter. Chiang Kai-shek is a wild pull? Yeah. No, I got wild pulls for you. I got wild pulls for you. That is not how you spell Chiang Kai-shek. That is not how you spell that. We are Charlie Kirk, we carry the flame, fight for the gospel and honor his name. We are Charlie Kirk. Is America going to Venezuela? Yeah, we're already there. We're already there. We got 15,000 troops practicing amphibious assaults, 12 warships, 1 nuclear-powered submarine, 2 B-52 Strato fortresses. We've already murdered 80 plus of them. Yeah, we are. Oh, also for Honduras, it was not just about money. What's your take, Avi? Let me know your take. He was trying to swing the election to the right-wing guy. Oh, that guy. Oh, okay. It makes sense. Makes sense. But he failed. So he was a CIA asset for like another coup d'etat in the South, and it failed. And now we got to run defense for the guy. Oh, yo, Avi, can I get John Brown on that cube? Could I get John Brown on that cube? New episode of the Valenti VOD. related video. That one. Upload short. Remember, guys, never debate with somebody John Brown would have shot. How does the cube work? Avi made the cube. You can't get the cube. This is a one of one. Like, made it? Yeah. Avi has a couple of people together. Avi's an engineer, bro. Avi and his buddies made this. I mean, piece by piece. It didn't exist until they created it. Avi could be a genius. Oh, he is. No, he is. He is. Yeah, no, me and Pearl should collaborate. I've reached out to Pearl. He's never responded. Pearl and I have talked to each other before, but I don't know. Maybe he's busy as fuck. Who knows? I will tell you. Listen, man, I see the future. About 7 years from now, I'm going to be one of the big ones. Me, Hassan, Kyle, Pearl, Adam, Mockler, that is. Luke Beasley, that is. We'll be your champions. Just give me time. Just give me time. You gotta remember, this is when I'm at 28. You gotta wait till I'm 35 and then shit hits the fan. Oh, because Jack, you just need to make a 32 by 32 image tilted 45 degrees to the left, make the background black, and make it a PNG. Yeah, you make that shit sound so easy. You make that shit sound so easy. It is kind of easy. Do you feel like you losing your 3 million account was a huge setback on your path to being a big one? No, I think it played into the lore. I think that if I maintained the 3 million account, I would not be the man I am now. Losing that account was a big wake-up call where it was like, oh, okay, so they truly do hate dissidents of the regime and you will be punished for not praising the Fuhrer. So that was a big wake-up call. And also, it was proof to me that I could get knocked down and get right the fuck back up. Because, you know, you've heard the phrase a million times. It's not about how hard you get hit. It's about how many times you get up. You know, and I get the fuck up. I get the fuck up. There we go. Yeah, and how hard you hit back, brother. Listen, when they go low, I go lower, okay? I fucking hate that when they go low, we go high. I didn't hear no bell, pussy. Duke up. Duke's up. Come on. Duke's up. What do you know of the Gaza deal? It's not real. There's no peace in Gaza. The Israelis are still murdering the Palestinians, exterminating them, occupying the West Bank, sending in more settler colonialists, pushing the Palestinians into these safe zones, quote unquote, where they can murder more of them. Trump wants to own all of Gaza and put up Trump Towers and shit. They have a plan to turn it into this AI city. But yeah, no, it's fucked up. It's absolutely fucked up. You love the cable cover, Avi? Yeah, right? Looks good, right? I seen the yellow line a few days ago. I was there. It's brutal over there, bro. And it's not really the yellow line that is the problem. It's more so about Gaza. Also, the West Bank is straight up being fucking torn apart. I've been seeing videos of these settlers who are being given guns, and they're literally just murdering everybody in the West Bank. It's fucking insane. You looked into Sudan yet, Valenti? Not too much. I did find out that the Russians are building a naval base in Sudan. Sudan welcomed them in, said, please build a naval base. A lot of what's going on in Sudan has to do with Doge and Elon Musk cutting USAID. And because we cut all of these programs, we no longer have soft power in the region. And all of these fucking warlords are taking over. And now the people and the governments of Sudan are turning to the Russians for help. This is what happens when a giant imperialist nation like America pulls out. Somebody else taps in. Somebody else taps the fuck in. The settlers have military-grade weapons. I know, it's disgusting, bro. It's disgusting. And the thing is, this isn't even Gaza. This is the West Bank. This is the West Bank. And they're just cleansing it day by day. See, what the Israelis do to the Palestinians is a slow drip Holocaust, right? It's like what we did to the Native Americans over the course of 200 years. Slowly chipped away at them, and then every once in a while, a massive axe chop like the Trail of Tears, right? And that's what the Israelis have been doing in the West Bank is over fucking 70 years, a slow drip ethnic cleansing of these people. And now it's starting to flow into the West Bank. We probably inspired them. Of course we did. We inspired the Nazis. That's not hyperbole. Adolf Hitler wrote extensively about how he looked to America and our Jim Crow laws and our segregation and discrimination policies, and he looked at those as an inspiration for Nazi Germany. We inspired the Nazis. It did not go the other way around. And also, where do you think Israel learned all this shit? What do you think, Israel spawned in 1948 and just knew how to do this stuff? No, we taught them. Everything Israel does was learned from the United States. We taught them how to do it. Everyone in this chat has never seen Gaza with their eyes. It's ruin in a level I can't describe in text. It's overwhelming destruction everywhere but Dil el Balach. Yeah, I've seen pictures and videos. I don't think I could ever possibly imagine what it looks like in real life, but I think some of the most disturbing shit that I've ever seen is videos posted by Palestinians with sad music, and it's like back when Gaza was Gaza, and it's just a beautiful city with beautiful people and businesses and lives and families and cats and dogs. And then it says Gaza now, and it's just gone. It's just flat. It's just flat. It's disgusting. I couldn't even imagine what it's like to see that shit. I couldn't even imagine what it's like to see that shit. You should be careful, dude. You're in the IDF talking shit about Israel. They're watching you. Everything you fucking... And I'm not joking, dude. Everything you type, my guy, is being monitored by Mossad. You're in the fucking IDF, dude. You need to be a little bit careful with the shit that you say. Just because you're in this chat doesn't mean you're fucking safe from Mossad. I'm not safe from Mossad. I saw a video of a singing teacher with children teaching them how to harmonize with the sound of the drones above them. Later, Ravi. It's unbelievable.
Today there's a lot of drones. ويل الظالمين ويل لا أصبر على نجوم الليل نناديل شمسي يا زماني شي حوطت برا دم الشهيد معطر بالليل ويل الظالمين ويل لا أصبر على نجوم الليل شيل على زماني شي حوطت برا دم الشهيد معطر بالليل.
Those kids should be in school. And there's not even a school to go to. There's not even a school to go to because they're all fucking gone. And instead they're harmonizing with a fucking drone in the sky that's tracking their very movement and getting ready to blow a bomb up on them. That shit fills me with unbridled rage. Unbridled fucking rage. And those kids are gonna grow up, hopefully. And those kids are gonna be leaders. And I, as well as them, will be damned if Israel even fucking exists by the time I'm dead. Damned. Fucking disgusting. Gotta be on a Mossad watch list? Brother, I'm literally banned from Israel. That's not a joke. I've been on a Mossad watch list. I'm not allowed in the nation of Israel.
Hundreds of state workers at the Minnesota Department of Human Services publicly excoriated Governor Tim Walz for allowing a, quote, massive fraud scandal to unfold under his watch and retaliating against their whistleblowers. The X account, which represents over 480 staffers at that department, saying, quote, Tim Walz is 100% responsible for massive fraud in Minnesota. We will let Tim Walz know of fraud early on, hoping for a partnership in stopping fraud.
Who gives a fuck? Does anyone give a fuck about this? Anybody give a fuck about this shit? Oh. All right. Short stream today, guys. I might hop off. If more stuff happens, I'll let you know. I'll go live again if some crazy shit happens. Maybe a palate cleanser. I think we need a palate cleanser, yeah? A little palate cleanser? Did I show you this one? Maybe I did.
القول قول الصوارم كي تسترد المظالم حتى الأراضي نسام رسول أهل العزائم فالقول قول الصوارم كي تسترد المظالم حتى الأراضي نسام رسول أهل العزائم فالقول قول الصوارم كي تسترد المظالم حتى الأراضي نسام رسول أهل العزائم ما دنسوا لي حمانا لو طوقته الضراغم حثالة البغي صالت فأين عهد الحواسم ناسوا
I don't have any ARC clips. I haven't saved any of them. I probably should, though. Probably should. All right, one more palate cleanser. One more palate cleanser. God, the palate cleansers are good, man. Palate cleansers are needed. Palate cleansers are really fucking needed, right? Every once in a while, I can't believe how much it cleanses my palate. Let's see. I probably got a good one here somewhere. Oh, I got some VR gameplay. Back when I played a lot. I used to play a lot more VR.
Pushing that hallway. One speaking at solo. All three of them are pushing together, bro.
I'm in my room like this.
They're pushing
right
me?
now.
Yeah, all
I'm
together,
ready.
Bro.
I'm not ready.
Yeah, I'm ready, he says. Let's go.
Reload! Reload!
No, they're all out. You've got this, dude. You've got 2.5 minutes. They don't know you're doing that.
Bitches!
Let's go! Go and do it now. Go to the yellow tram and get the bomb, bro. You got 50 seconds.
Where is it?
Look at the yellow thing.
There it is.
And then you need to go to the blue one.
Yep.
Unreal. Unreal. I'm a god. Yeah, I used to play a lot more VR. I don't play it anymore. Excuse me. I remember this. I have a bayonet at the end of this, okay? See that?
Oh, man.
I have a bayonet at the end of this gun.
If you mentioned that guy was there just a little sooner, I think it would be survived.
Oh, shit.
Oh, my God. Yep, he's looting it. Yeah, I think there's another.
Oh my God.
They left.
That is filthy.
God, he's freaking out, isn't he, dude?
Losing ground. I was in the shitter.
They're so mad.
Dude, that guy's fucking was like, oh, what the fuck?
You had a heartbeat, sweetie. They didn't even know you were in there.
Because I have ghosts on this class.
No.
Oh, there's more people coming.
That was so funny. That was so funny. Holy shit, that was so funny. Did Eddie say anything, dude?
Yeah, Eddie was laughing. Yeah, Eddie. Rudy was just pissing himself during that.
Dude, I'm dying.
That was
dude.
so funny. Oh.
Enemy UAV overhead.
All right.
And have a lot of these companies reinvest in America. We have to build this country. We cannot do that without the tradesmen and women and the craftsmen of this country. And I think that, you know, Howard and I, we talked about that from the beginning, and we're going to have to lean in on that because we need the labor force, 700,000 new skilled jobs with electricians, construction workers, machinists, and so forth. And as I traveled with the vice president as well, we see that on the manufacturing floors of this country, they're in desperate need. The Department of Labor are going to get the workforce skilled again. Working with Secretary McMahon as we move a lot of the education out to our respective states, we are now working together, and we have deployed $86 million in investments. And a lot of that is in AI infrastructure jobs.
Oh, great. Yay. More of the AI bubble.
Proficient and literate in AI if we're going to continue to lead the AI race, and we're working on that. And the Department of Labor is now creating and will soon launch the AI infrastructure and workforce hub, which we will be able to track that metrics to see exactly if these dollars are going correctly. Integrating education and workforce.
Dude, look at how he looks. Look at everyone else. Look at this fat, disgusting shrimp position. You're such a fat, gross fucking piece of shit. You're so fucking gross.
How we're being an ally to our businesses as opposed to an adversary. For far too long under the Biden administration, we were adversaries to our business owners, and we want to give them a leg up always and make sure that we're paying attention.
Oh, look,
and we
there's
want
a
our
mass
workforce to be
murderer there.
educated. We do not need the numbers that we have seen across this country where our 4th through 8th graders cannot do read, write, or do any math, and they are our future workforce. We have to depend on the American worker first.
No, Trump
Also,
cannot grow
lowering
facial
healthcare
hair. I would
costs
love
in
to see
line
Trump
the
with a
executive
beard,
order.
though.
I'm working with Treasury and HHS, and rulemaking is underway to expand healthcare transparency and make pricing more affordable for our employers who offer these to their employees.
Making pricing
Promoting
more affordable to
retirement security. The
employers.
department
Yay!
rescinded the
Capital
Biden
business
administration's
owners.
guidance that restricted the use of crypto in the retirement investments, and we're seeing more
Sit
and
the
more of
fuck
that.
up, fat
And we
boy!
also,
Sit the
rescinded
fuck up! You're the
supplemental
fucking
that
president!
discouraged the
Sit up, you
fiduciaries
fat,
from
disgusting
considering
fuck!
The alternative assets for 401k.
Good boy!
That will also come through the Department of Labor, that rulemaking. Ending abuse of cheap foreign labor at the expense of the American worker. We launched over 200
I love both of
investigations
these.
into
I
companies
love
who
him. He's
will,
great.
have abused and or fraudulently against the American worker. So Project Firewall was released. Thank you, Mr. President. We want the trained workforce, but we will root out the fraud and abuse, and we'll protect the American worker first. And slashing the job-killing
This
regulations.
jackass.
The
Get your
department
fucking
has
arms off the
rescinded
table.
discriminatory
Get your
DEI
fucking arms off the
practices.
table, you
And
piece
I will
of shit.
tell you, reducing compliance costs for businesses as it was for
What the
DEI
fuck are you
has
doing?
saved American
Are you
businesses
molesting the
nearly
table?
$1
Are you
billion
fucking
this year
groping it?
by just
What is this?
Getting
What are
rid
you
of DEI
doing?
for that compliance cost that they've had to do. So, Mr. President,
what is this?
Continuing to skill the American worker.
Who the fuck sits
American
like this?
workforce is going to be my mission. We have to do it faster. We have to do it quicker. We have to build so that the American people can realize that American dream that you have laid out so eloquently. And it's an honor to serve under this administration and to talk to the American
is he
workers
doing?
who believe in the American dream again. The pride on their face, the pride of the American worker, the skilled men and women who build with their hands. It's an honor.
Oh my God, he's
So thank
groping
you.
it. What is
Merry
he doing?
Christmas.
What is he doing? What is he doing?
Thank you.
What is that?
Mr. President, I am honored and frankly inspired to sit at this table with this incredible team of
Mein
leaders.
Führer, it
that
is
work
such an
every
honor
day
to sit near
for
you
one
at the
and
table with the
only
rest of the
one
high-ranking Nazi
constituency, the
officials.
American people.
Dankeschön, mein
Not this group or
Führer.
that group,
Dankeschön.
The American people. The price of energy is very much on the mind of Americans. The biggest determinant of the price of energy is politicians, political leaders, and policies. That's what drives energy prices. Under your leadership, what we've seen in the United States is just a steady drop in the
Your
price
turn
of
to
gasoline.
stroke
A
the
huge
orange
consumer
microbe
cost for
chode.
Americans. As you
Stroke it
mentioned
good,
early on,
otherwise I'll
well
fire
below
you.
$3
You better
a gallon
fucking
right
stroke
now
that
and
Donald
trending
cock
downward.
nice and good,
There
Howard.
are a number of stations in the heartland of America with $1.99 signs flying today. That's simply impossible without the leadership and changes you've brought. Now, of course, you can go to California, where the average price of gasoline is between $4.50 and $5 a gallon today in California. That's just bad political leaders there and bad policies in California.
Yo, the way that he's talking to
And
him
Texas.
is like an abused child trying to get his father to not beat him.
Terrible. And electricity prices is a very parallel story, but it's a bigger
Am I wrong?
moving
This
ship,
is
so
giving,
the
like,
changes are a
child
little
who
bit
doesn't
slower,
want
but
daddy to
Americans
hit
are
him.
outraged at roughly 30% rise in the average price of electricity across this country. But everything we are doing together is going to reverse that. Not just stop the rises, but start a downward trajectory in electricity prices. And I can say that with confidence, not because we think these policies will work. We know.
You think he
these
rehearsed
policies
this
will
in the
work,
mirror
and I'll
with
get
his
to that in a
wife
second.
listening?
We're going to stop closing power plants.
I
We've
bet
already
he
done
did.
that, of course. Stop closing the coal power plants and natural gas plants that were shut down. We've got over 30 gigawatts of generators just sitting there today, not allowed to run. Well, of course, we're fixing that immediately. We're going to bring on from our existing grid tens of gigawatts more capacity. It'll drive down the cost of electricity.
He doesn't
But if we
know what
look
a
at the last
gigawatt
5
is.
years to see what works and what doesn't work. The most Trump-aligned policies in the electricity sector were by, no surprise, one of your cabinet members, Secretary Burgum, for 8 years governor of North Dakota. Over the last 5 years, production and demand for electricity in North Dakota grew 35%. Think what data center boom's going to do. And what happened? Electricity prices went down. Didn't rise slowly. They actually went down those 5 years. That's the answer. Trump-aligned energy policies increased demand for electricity. Nebraska and Texas, more Trump-aligned states, had significant growth in demand for electricity. They had electricity price rises, but well below the price of inflation. Unfortunately, Biden brought all of us a lot
Biden.
of inflation.
It's gotta be Biden.
If you look
It's
at
Biden's
the
fault.
other end of the spectrum,
Anything wrong?
California,
Biden.
New
Anything
York,
good? Trump.
Massachusetts, Connecticut, Maryland, I could go on. What happened in those states? Policies and politicians that force the building of unreliable electricity generation.
He doesn't
which
give a
requires new
fuck what he's
infrastructure and
saying.
Transmission lines.
He doesn't give
And
a
what
shit.
happened?
In
Today
one
they
ear, out the
produce
other.
less
Trump doesn't give a
electricity
fuck what this
than
guy's
they
saying.
did 5 years ago. A lot of spending money and less electricity. What does that mean? Of course, much faster rises in the price of
Look at his
electricity.
face. He doesn't give a
Blue
shit.
states have had 1.5 times faster rise in electricity prices than red states.
And this
Red
guy looks
states
like he's about to
alone,
come.
Less than inflation. We need to bring those policies. You are bringing those policies to the national level. We hope the blue states will come along with us, but your policies are going to
Wrap it
start
up,
the
Howard, you
decline
fucking
of
brown-nosed,
electricity prices
shit-eating loser.
nationwide
Jesus
under
Christ.
your
Zip up
leadership.
his fly when you're
Just
done
bringing
sucking
back
and clean
common
off,
sense.
you fucking
So thank
twink.
you for allowing
What the
me to be
fuck
part
am I
of this
looking
team.
at right now?
For people here who are focused on winning, special thanks to Howard and Scotty who were there with me to see the Denver Broncos win on Monday night. Now we want nationwide wins on energy for 3 more years.
And we're doing more energy production than we've ever done by far right now.
Records across the board that'll continue to be reset every year you're in office.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, for the next 40.
Well, Mr. President, thank you for giving me a very interesting
Oh,
job.
it's time for Christy Cunt Gnome,
Some
the
days it's a
puppy-killing
little
fucking
controversial,
whore.
it's been an
Let's
honor
listen
to
to this
work for you.
evil
You are a
demon
great
spawn from the seventh circle of hell. Tell us all about her plastic face nightmare operation, rounding up brown people. This woman is a fucking puppy-killing demon spawn.
Did with the Department of Homeland Security, he used this department to invade the country with terrorists. He opened up the borders, let anybody come in that wanted to. He put them on airplanes. He let them through our airports. If they could figure out a way to get to our shores and in our country, he just opened the door and invited them in. So it's our job to get them out. And I want to thank you for this team, because I look around the table and I think every single person here has helped me do my job over the last year.
I can't wait to
They've
watch this
supported us.
hideous fucking cunt sobbing at a tribunal saying, I was just following Donald Trump's orders, while she gets sentenced to fucking life in prison and has to spend the next 40 years begging for a modicum of food. Begging for a modicum of food. I can't wait till this bitch's life is ruined.
That's right, Pam.
Focus is the bad one.
That's right.
There were a lot of them.
Terrible, horrible people. And Pam, make sure she's fighting for us in court so that we can get up every day and be bold. We're going to hire our 10,000th ICE officer. Will be on the job within 10 days. So we have hired 10,000. We've had hundreds of thousands of applications. We've got within the department, TSA went through this government shutdown without any delays. They all showed up for their shifts and worked hard doing security. And they have been absolutely fantastic. Sir, you made it through hurricane season without a hurricane.
Yeah.
And so FEMA, you kept the hurricanes away. So we appreciate that. And FEMA is deploying resources and dollars 150%.
Dude, Donald said he wants to get rid of FEMA entirely, not defund it, destroy it, eliminate it.
Immediately they're helping them and telling them they have the resources to get back up on their feet. So we have built and deployed hundreds of miles of border already. You have cut the fentanyl flow over the southern border by over 56%. You've saved hundreds of millions of lives with the cocaine you've blown up in the Caribbean. And, you told me to look into Minnesota and their fraud on visas and their programs. 50% of them are fraudulent, which means that
not true.
wacko Governor Walz either is an idiot or he did it on purpose. And I think he's both, sir. He brought people in there illegally that never should have been in this country.
She said it's coconut
Said
fentanyl.
they
Yeah,
were
because it's not fentanyl.
somebody that they're
No
not.
fentanyl
They
comes
said
from
they were
Venezuela.
married to
Not a
somebody who was their
microgram.
brother or somebody else. Fraudulent visa applications, signed up for government programs, took hundreds of billions of dollars from the taxpayers, and we're going to remove them and we're going to get our money back. And we're going to, this next year, make sure that we only put people in leadership positions in this country that love this country and have its back. So thank you for letting us get up every day and have a purpose. We appreciate you.
Thanks, Chris. Appreciate it.
Mr. President, you're exactly right. We are saving this country. We're doing it one Main Street at a time, and we're doing it at record speed and at record levels. Under your leadership, small business.
Dude, under your leadership, they say every single one of them says under your leadership. Under your leadership, mein Führer. Under your leadership, mein Führer. Oh, mein Führer, you're so perfect and glorious, mein Führer. You've done so much. Under your leadership, we were capable of destroying all crime. The crime rate has dropped to 1,000%, mein Führer. And on top of that, we're making trillions of dollars, mein Führer. And if you just keep on giving me money, I can do anything you want, mein Führer. Oh, mein Führer, give me your cock. Let me suck your fat orange dick. Oh, mein Führer. Like, dude, it's so fucking disgusting.
$1 billion. That's $45 billion in small business lending at 85,000 small businesses, most of that under your term, and $52 billion out to small business investment companies. So we are running this agency like the best.
Yo, your makeup is beat, bitch. You look fucking hideous. Your makeup is dog shit, bitch. Holy fuck.
All my fellow cabinet members, and thank you for putting together the best cabinet in history.
All right, guys, no fucking transphobia in here. Jesus Christ. Get a grip.
Strong leadership group together. And then finally, I've walked factory floors from Alaska to Maine, and the workers, the small businesses, most manufacturers in this country are small businesses, 600,000 of them. They are so grateful to your fair trade, low inflation, deregulation agenda that is creating national security and economic security in this country like never before. And so I want to also finally thank you for bringing faith back to the White House, to this administration. I want to thank Brooke for hosting the Cabinet Bible Study and invite everyone tomorrow to Bible study.
Oh my God, a Bible study.
And making this country something that
Chatter says you're a sick person. Please elaborate. Please tell me why I'm a sick person.
Blessed and honored to be part of this team. So thank you, Mr. President.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. President, for your leadership. I am truly grateful to be a member of your team here at this table to help support you in delivering on the promises that you made to the American people.
Yeah, CIA fucking spooking
you came in with
the
a very
goddamn
clear
table
mandate
now.
of taking on the rampant weaponization, politicization of the intelligence community and federal law enforcement, experiencing yourself, the deep state abusing their power as they have against you, your family, and so many of the American people. Bring out accountability truly for those who have.
Chatter says you're a cringe commie little fuck. You don't know what communism or capitalism is. You don't know what either of those things are. You're probably one of the most uneducated people in this fucking nation. I bet your mother is a whore and your father was a weak little coward, and that's why you're such a weak little coward. Is it because your grandmother was also a $5 tramp that I could have fucked in a trailer park without her fucking dentures in? Is that why? Does your entire bloodline consist of weak little baby back bitches who just lick the boot clean of your capitalist overlords that have made your life terrible? And so because of that, you decided to blame trans people, minorities, Jews, anybody and everybody who doesn't look like you? Because you're a pathetic baby back little bitch? You can't stand up like a fucking man? You gotta blame the minorities for your problems? Is that what's going on? You subhuman inferior vermin? Is that what's going on? Shut the fuck up and suck my dick.
Working group, again, to be able to go after a lot of these abuses of power that have never seen the light of day, to support the accountability that under Pam Bondi's leadership in the Department of Justice is coming about. Secondly, bringing about reforms to the intelligence community.
Keep raging in my chat, brother. Every comment you fucking send boosts my profit margins. I make more money than your fucking dad.
That's really working on bringing about the priorities you have laid out in ensuring our country's security. And lastly, Mr. President, working with many of our partners here around the table, is going after these domestic threats. We have threats coming from both Islamist ideology as well as Islamist terrorists, foreign terrorist organizations, and those who seek to do harm to the American people, many of whom were let in across our borders under the previous administration. We are focused on these tasks and this imperative for the American people, and just appreciate your leadership, Mr. President, in empowering us to be able to conduct this service. Merry Christmas.
Thank you, member.
Thank you.
It's not Christmas, you dumb cunt.
Say it loud and clear. See?
Mr. President, your team at the Trump EPA has been crushing it all year to fix the big mess that we inherited and deliver amazing results for the American people. I've had the opportunity to visit all 50 states since confirmation earlier this year, and to hear from real people, where they meet, where they live, and to bring their great ideas and their asks back to us to be able to deliver for them.
Chatter says all
at
you
the
do is
Trump-
cope and seethe. You're in full support of a pedophile sex trafficker, dude. There's no point in debating with you. All I have to do is bully you. You're genuinely an inferior being. I need you to understand. I don't think that you are a human. I think you are subhuman and a vermin. Why would I ever entertain anything a rat has to say? You're a rat person.
Each time we released a list of our top 100 environmental accomplishments that has included a historic LA wildfire cleanup that you ordered us to complete in record time, which we did, and the Army Corps, under the leadership of our great Secretary of War, did their part as well. The federal government completely did all of the work needed to allow these residents and businesses to be able to rebuild, but poor leadership at the local and state level, unfortunately, is still resulting in these property owners unable to rebuild, and it's wrong. We also were able to reach an agreement with Mexico to be able to implement a plan to permanently end a decades-old raw sewage crisis on the southern border with Mexico. And Secretary Rubio and his team, Chris Landau, Ambassador Johnson, they've been amazing to get that done. On the deregulatory front, we have proudly launched a massive blitz that amounts to the largest deregulatory effort by any agency in the history of the United States. To put some perspective on it, in 1 year, at one agency, we will do more deregulation than entire presidencies.
This is fucking pointless, dude. This is just a circle Kirk of a whole bunch of fucking losers blowing smoke up their orange Führer's fucking ass to make sure that they keep their goddamn jobs. It's pathetic. It's pathetic. There's no point in watching the rest of this. It's going to be the same thing over and over again, going, under your leadership, mein Führer, we have accomplished everything. Under your leadership, mein Führer, we have done so good. Under your leadership, mein Führer, we have made trillions. We are Charlie Kirk, we carry the flame. We fight for the gospel and honor his name. We are Charlie Kirk. I think we should hit it once more. I think we got to hit it one more time. One more time. Where is it? No, this ain't it. This ain't it. This ain't it. We are Charlie Kirk, we carry the flame, we'll fight for the gospel and his name. We are Charlie Kirk, his courage our own, together unbroken, we'll make heaven known. Eddie, you ready for a little palate cleanser? We are Charlie Kirk, we carry the flame, we'll fight for the gospel, we'll honor his name. We are Charlie Kirk, his courage our own, together unbroken, we'll make heaven known. Unbelievable. What a bop. What a bop. What a fucking bop. Oh my god, he's triggered deranged sick leftist. Hold on, let me hit the Charlie Kirk right when they hit it. We are Charlie Kirk, we carry the flame, we'll fight for the gospel, we'll honor his name. We are Charlie Kirk. Dude, look how triggered he is. Go kiss his shotgun is what he said. Are you gonna fucking cry, you little bitch? Are you gonna cry? We are Charlie Kirk, we carry the flame, Yay! 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 Cheers. Oh, that's so funny. That's so funny. Deranged. You support a pedophile that sucked Bill Clinton's cock, and you dare call anyone else deranged? Hey, check this out. What do you think of this? Yo, what do you think of this? What do you think of all of this? No, it doesn't matter. It's fake. It's fake. It's fake news. It's fake news. It's not real. Oh, it's fake news. It's fake news. It's fake news. Whoopsie bo whoopsie. Oof. Oof. Straight fake news. What about this one? Fake news?
Giving Epstein his personal attention. Trump is seen talking to Epstein and another man as women are dancing in front of him. Trump alternates between dancing and pointing out women to Epstein and the other man, and then Trump says something else into Epstein's ear that makes him double over with laughter.
I love how you immediately have to, like, move the goalpost and start being anti-Semitic now that you're getting backed into the corner that you support a pedophile sex trafficker. Proudly, with pride, you support a pedophile sex trafficker. Unbelievable. Yeah, no, now he's just yelling shit. Now he's just spamming whatever the fuck he can. He's hitting the Mossad button. He's hitting the Jew button. He's hitting the Islam button. He's just gonna hit whatever button he can because now he's actually flailing and tweaking. Yeah, you could ban him. Go back to your whore mother, you little fucking rat. Out of here.
That have really great programs. Germany, Sweden, Norway, I hear about this all the time. Point of fact is, they're this big. The United States is this big. We can't do it from Washington, D.C. It has to be done at the state level. So what we've been doing, as Lori brought up, Secretary of Labor brought up, we have a great working relationship. We have already signed and implemented one MOU or interagency agreement to handle the WIOA program and the Perkins grants to make sure it works. I call these, these are programs, pilot programs that we're putting out there. And if these are going to work, we will be able to permanently transfer these programs to other agencies. They're working like a charm.
You guys want to see her? Hold on.
Some of our best people in education. It still operates under the budget of the Department of Education and under the management of the Department of Education, but working with Lori's personnel. And when I
Linda McMahon.
Same woman, same woman.
Thank you.
Hold on, I got an idea.
They're helping us with. We're using their grant system. The grant system at the Department of Education is like held together with bubble gum and rubber bands. And it did not interact with any other agency.
Got an idea.
Now we have this really smooth operation already.
See this woman?
So that
Watch this.
We are Charlie Kirk. We carry the flame. We'll fight for the gospel.
One more.
We are Charlie Kirk. We carry the flame. We'll fight for the gospel.
Oh my God, that's the Secretary of Education.
that is prompted education. There's only half the workforce when we started. We're more efficient, and I think we're going to see better results as we move into next year. So thank you for this incredible opportunity.
Thank you very much.
Oh,
thank you, Mr. President.
Oh no!
Holiday season for
I would like you to. Can I suck my cum straight out of your asshole, Mr. President? I just learned it's Robert Felch Kennedy. Here comes Robert Felch Kennedy, everybody. My love, my love, I'm going to squeeze your cheeks and pinch your nose so that you don't spill a drop. I am a river, and you are my canyon, and I will flow through you.
On women by removing the black box warnings from hormone replacement therapy.
Now, you don't get to speak for more than 60 seconds. You don't get to speak for more than 60 seconds, Bobby. Your fucking voice sounds like nails on a chalkboard, you fuck.
In fact, here's what the science said. It diminishes the risk of fatal heart attacks by 25%, cardiac disease by 50%, Alzheimer's by 35%, bone fractures by 50 to 60%. It improves appetite, it improves sleep, it improves energy, it improves happiness. We are now, there are tens of millions.
By the way, anybody who takes health advice from this guy has a mental disability. If you take health advice from RFK, you have a mental disability.
We are now remedying that, and this remedy will now be available to all women who want it during one of the most difficult transitions of their lives. MFN is one of our greatest accomplishments. It would not have happened without you. You were the only person who believed in it. You drove us to get it done.
That's 60 seconds, Bobby. Shut the fuck up. Nobody can take your voice. Nobody can handle the voice that you have because you injected dirty heroin needles into your fucking throat. Nobody can handle it. You fucking disgusting failure. You're the worst of all of the Kennedys. You're a sex pest. You're a fucking predator. You're disgusting.
From these companies are already lowering these prices dramatically, as you've noticed. And then this week, Howard at Department of Commerce and Jameson
Chatter says Kamala lost. I had no
representative.
idea, but real quick, Chatter, I wanted to ask you actually, would it be okay if I sucked my cum out of your mother's ass? Would it be okay if I felched with your mother and I held her cheeks while I pinched her nose and I let my river flow through her canyon? Would that be okay, Chatter? Would that be okay? Could I felch your mom?
Health economics professor at Harvard. And we asked him what's the one innovation that we could do that would most dramatically improve the health care experience for the average American. And he said there's no contest. It's
Nick Fuentes will be your president. You're telling me that you confidently praise a twink, a fucking Mexican twink who role plays as an American and got his dick sucked by liberal streamer Destiny? You praise that little fucking worm, man? The prepubescent little twink boy who can't grow a beard and blames women for all of his problems? You're an incel. You're an incel. I see. You can't get pussy, so you blame that on everybody else around you. Got it. My bad. I didn't know we had incel loser fucking twinks in this goddamn chat.
Point of care. We'll be able to get
yes,
an
Fuentes the gay
immediately.
Mexican,
Your doctor
yes.
says you need knee surgery. You will know before you leave that doctor's
So wait,
office.
there's two different people that you praise that suck dick. You praise Donald Trump, who sucked Bill Clinton's dick, and you praise Nick Fuentes, who sucks dick on the side. Are you just closeted? You can come out of the closet. You don't need to just like pretend to be straight. You don't need to pretend to be this big macho man. You can just come out and say you like dick.
Whether your insurance company will pay for it or not. Similarly, healthcare records, the tech industry has refused to share healthcare records. You asked us to change that. We convened the 60 biggest tech companies at a conference that you presided over about 2 months ago. We now did a secondary conference which 400 leading companies have all come in and agreed to remove any kind of blockages where individual Americans can get their own health care. Americans own their health care records. yet they were not able to access them. And if you lived in New Jersey and you moved to Oregon and you got injured, you went to a hospital, you would have to spend maybe 45 minutes filling out forms on a clipboard because your doctors there could not get your healthcare records. They couldn't
Based
get
on
your
his
blood
chat
type, your
history, he's a big
allergies.
fan. Oh, you're here often and you finally are brave enough to say something? Good job, buddy. You grew a little bit of courage. Try again. See what happens.
To remove all the blocks on sharing healthcare records. Every American will have their healthcare records available on their cell phones. And it's already happening. In the last 6 months, there have been over 100 times the number of healthcare records shared by hospitals and during the entire previous administration. On deregulation, HHS proudly is now leading the pack, and thank you for your help on that, Russ. But today we announced the retraction, the revocation.
Jefferson's never worked a job a day in your life. I've actually worked many, many jobs. I was a sous chef. I was a bartender. I was a pizza delivery driver. I was a poolside hand. What else? I worked at the New York Public Library. I helped put up advertisements for Outdoor Solutions Group in Manhattan. What the fuck else? I had a whole bunch of jobs when I was younger. I'm an actor. Yeah, no, I had a whole bunch of jobs.
You've assembled an incredible.
Finally, Robert Felch Kennedy is done.
Took a look at this group compared to any Fortune 500 leadership team, any group of startup folks. I mean, this is an amazing group, and the breadth of what's being accomplished. And the timing couldn't be better because with your leadership and vision, you've set us up for this age
With
of
your
abundance
leadership and
as we
vision,
head into
every one of
next
them has
year,
to hit that.
250th anniversary of this country. And what are we heading into that year? As we've talked around the table, you've heard about massively lower taxes, massively lower
No,
regulation.
the war criminal has not
abundant
spoken yet.
energy, record capital investment coming in, job growth. I mean, we are set up to really have something to celebrate next year. And I just, again, want to say thank you to everybody around the table. You gave us one big assignment in Interior. Of course, Interior, the largest balance sheet in the world. In the Department of Interior, if it was a standalone company, 500 million acres of surface, 700 million acres of subsurface, over 3 billion of offshore from Guam to the Virgin Islands. And you said, we got to take care of that balance sheet. We got to develop those resources. And what have we done across that? Producing record amounts of oil, record amounts of gas. And again, we set out with a goal.
Oh,
energy
he did
diplomacy,
speak first?
sell energy to
Damn.
our friends and
I
allies.
thought they were going around the
We're
other way.
exporting a record amount of
I
energy.
was late to this.
To all of our friends and allies around the world. That's helping do that. And you're giving a gift to America as we head into this. You're giving us peace abroad, and you're giving us prosperity.
Peace abroad?
That
We're
bodes
literally
so
going to
well
war
for
with Venezuela as we fucking speak.
our country. One small little gift that we're giving to all Americans from one teeny part of Interior, which is the national parks, is that not only are we keeping prices low for all American citizens, offering 10 free days for our national parks next year to coincide with our holidays, but also a $100 surcharge for non-residents. That is going to raise hundreds of millions of dollars for helping restore and preserve all of our best parks. So as we close out, then I want to also say a big celebration going on here in Washington, D.C. We've been thrilled to be part of the National Park Service, the U.S. Park Police, part of this great effort across a number of us on making D.C. safe and beautiful. This will be the safest and most beautiful capital in the world. We are doing so many things, whether it's hundreds of homeless camps, thousands of graffiti sites, cleaning up ponds and fountains, preparing this thing. The United States is never going to be performing better economically. It's never going to be looking better, just like the White House has never looked better, all because of your vision and leadership. So again, thank you, sir. You've given
Time
an
for the
incredible
war hawk
Christmas
Cuban
gift to
who
Americans by
loves the
setting
idea
us
of
up
war
for
with
an
Venezuela to
incredible
speak.
250th anniversary.
That's very nice. Thank you, Dad.
Your turn, little Marco. Say it. Say under your
Mr.
leadership.
President, first of all, this is a very talented team.
Under
as
your
you've seen,
leadership.
and as you know, because you picked every single one that's on, you deserve tremendous credit for doing that. It's an honor to be in this role. It's also an honor to be involved in and be a witness to what I believe is the most transformational year in American foreign policy since the end of the Second World War, at least. And it's transformational because for the first time in a long time, we have a president who
Oh my God, he's
basically
sleeping.
puts America
Yo, he's
at
sleeping,
the
he's
forefront
sleeping,
of
he's
every
sleeping, he's
decision
sleeping,
we
he's
make
sleeping.
in our relations with the world. And that may sound weird to people, like, of course you always do. No, that hasn't always been the case until about a year ago. And I think we've all witnessed in our own respective spaces how in every interaction the president has with the world, the goal he has in mind is very simple. Does what you want us to do, or is it what we're going, or is it going to make us stronger? Is it going to make us richer? Is it going to make us safer? If it is, he's for it. If it's not, he's against it. If something's going to make America weaker or poorer or less safe, the president's going to be against it. And every single thing he has done in our foreign policy has been driven by the American people in mind. And I can go down the list. Why has he focused on mass migration? It's very simple, because no country is safe if you can just walk in without us knowing who you are into your country. We've seen the destruction that that's wreaking, not just in our own country, but the impact that it's having in Europe and in many other parts of the world. You talk about trade deals and the trade situation has been involved in. People, all this reporting on it. It's very simple.
He can't
the
open
presidency
his eyes.
The last 40 years is an era of which American workers and American farmers have been ripped off. They've been ripped off, and what he's saying is we want to have trade with the world, but it has to be a trade in which American businesses and American workers and the products they make and what American farmers grow and produce has a fair shot to be sold around the world.
This is
On
sad.
issue
This
after
is
issue,
really
that's been the
weird.
case. You talk about foreign aid reforms. This is not our money.
Thanks for
This
becoming
is
a loyalist.
taxpayer money. When the president said we're going to do foreign
he's
aid,
getting
we're
closer
going
to-
to do
he's
foreign
about
aid
to
for countries
pass
that are
out.
aligned with the United States and in a way that doesn't waste the taxpayers' money. Mr. President, you deserve tremendous credit for that. Many of us, the Vice President, by the way, I want to acknowledge, has played an extraordinary role in our foreign policy, and he too has been a witness to all of this as it's been occurring, and he's been a big part of it as well. You talk about NATO. The President's not against NATO. He went to NATO and basically said, look, you guys, we're paying all the money, and he got them to do the 5% commitment, which everybody said was never going to happen. It was impossible. Everything this president does is driven by the American people. Whether you don't have to agree with the
No, it
actual
isn't.
move, but understand the motivation. The motivation is always you.
You're
the
such
American
a
people,
cuck.
and what's
You're
good for
such
you,
a
for your
cuck,
family, for
little
the country,
Marco.
and for our economy. But the president is also committed to peace in a way that all of us have seen. He achieved in Gaza, and he does it, by the way, not just because he hates war and he thinks wars are a
Achieved
waste of
what
money
in
and
Gaza?
lives, but because he's the only leader in the world that can. No other leader in the world could have pulled off what happened in Gaza.
Look
and I
at
can
him.
tell you, I can't get into the details. The vice president knows what I'm talking about. That deal doesn't happen without the president's direct
What
interaction
deal?
with the leaders that were involved in this.
No
decision.
deal was
And everyone
made.
said that deal couldn't hold. And then the president shepherded through the United Nations of all places to get a global coalition of countries to line up behind the peace deal, behind the border peace.
There's
And
no
it's still
peace
every day is a
deal.
challenge, but it's been driven personally by the president. It's the reason why we're involved in this whole Ukraine-Russia conflict. That's not our war. It's not the president's war. This war started. It never would have happened if you'd been president. But this war is
You're
going
such
on,
a
and the
cock.
president is trying to end it. Not because, listen, we got a million things to focus on in the world as a country, but he's the only leader in the world that can help end it. And
Y'all
that's
peeped
why
the way he looked
that's
at him
why
when he
even as
said
we
that?
speak to you now, Steve Witkoff is in Moscow trying to find a way to end this war, to save lives of 9,000 people, Mr. President, as you want to know, are dying every week. More people are dying a week in that war than have died in the entirety of the U.S.'s involvement in Afghanistan or Iraq. Just think about that, how bloody
you
and
smiling?
destructive it is. The president's taken on this issue of Sudan personally, not send out deputies to do it. Again, far away from the United States, because he's the only leader in the world that can bring it about to an end, not to mention all the other peace deals, very dangerous ones like India and Pakistan, or Cambodia and Thailand.
He had nothing to do with those
so
peace
on all
deals.
these things, Mr. President, I think you deserve tremendous credit for the
Oh my God, he's asleep.
transformational aspect of our foreign policy. For the first time in probably 4 decades, the American foreign policy is driven by what is good for America and Americans, whether it makes us safer and stronger and more prosperous. If it is, he's for it. If it doesn't, he's against it. And that sort of clarity is transformational. I close with this, and I know I'm last, so I wanted to be fast, but there was a lot to cover. I do want to say this is the most wonderful and magical time of the year.
Oh.
By that, of course, I'm referring to the college football playoffs. And I just want to say this as a point of personal privilege. And I'm a Florida Gator, but if the University of Miami gets screwed out of the college football playoffs after going 10-2 and beating Notre Dame, the whole thing should be scrapped, and you're going to have to take over it next year. Mr. President.
That's great. Well, thank you all very much. It was terrific. I hope
Time
it
for the
wasn't
Fuhrer
too
to speak.
long, but it was very concise, and we've done a lot. This group has done a lot. Amazing. Everybody at this table has done a fantastic. And Susie, thank you for doing a great job.
Every single one of you is going to burn in the
Steve
fiery
Bell,
pits of
Chief
hell.
of Staff in the history. of-
Like, there's not a single
which is
person at this
pretty
table. I
amazing.
don't believe in heaven and hell, but if you do, nobody
she's
at
the
that
best.
table
Thank
is
you
going to
very
heaven.
much. Great job. So Scott, do you want to ask any questions?
Mr. President, there's been a lot of speculation about who the next Fed chairman could possibly be. You said you had somebody in mind.
Yeah.
How many names were you given on the final list? And does that person currently work on the board of the Federal Reserve?
Well, I'd say that we probably looked at 10. Then Scott interviewed some people that I didn't know, but he knew. And a lot of people were involved in the process, actually, and Howard was involved. But I think we probably looked at 10, and we have it down to 1.
Can you answer this? I want to ask you about Elon Musk, if I could. You talked about Elon Musk. You had him at dinner here in the White House. Is he now back in your circle of friends?
Well, I really don't know. I mean, I like Elon a lot. He was a very, he really helped during the election with his endorsement. He felt strongly. Look, we had one problem. You know, I didn't want to have everybody have to have an electric car. And he
That
makes
was
electric
never a
cars.
mandate.
And yeah, I think we get.
Dude, there was never a mandate that everybody had to drive an electronic. Oh my God, he's so stupid.
About affordability, is going forward, are the American people, do you believe, getting impatient with the reforms that you're making? They talked about it's about.
I think they're getting fake news from guys like you. Look.
What the fuck?
Affordability is a hoax that was started by Democrats.
Affordability is
who
a
caused
hoax?
the problem of pricing, and they didn't end it. When look, they lost in a landslide. We won every swing state. We won the popular vote. We won everything. You take a look at districts. It was 2,750 to 500, 525, because that was an affordability problem. We brought it down. Look at energy. Look at the gasoline price. That's like the simplest, and it's the biggest, because if energy comes down, everything comes down. That's the way it works. We are going to be at 250. You said 199 in some places in the country, right? You said it.
It's not true.
And they won't check you; they'll check me. So you know, I like to use your.
Somebody
your
says
number.
I'm struggling to make
199
ends
a
meet.
gallon.
No, you're not. That's a Democrat
unthinkable.
hoax. You're rich.
You go back a year and a half ago. It's unthinkable. So now we're bringing the prices down, way down. Beef is coming down now. We've done certain magic, and beef is coming down. But we inherited horrible prices. We inherited really the worst inflation in history. We inherited that. When I came in, that's what he had. And we fixed inflation.
No, you didn't.
And
Inflation is
almost
fucking
everything, if you wanna know the
skyrocketing.
truth, including 8 wars. We got 1 to go.
You didn't end
But
8
including
wars.
8 wars. But when they always say, I watched today where they have a race going on right now in Tennessee, and this woman goes, affordability, affordability. They're the ones that caused the problem. The prices were way high. We're bringing the prices down.
No, you're not.
But they're like scam artists. You know, they're I call them con men and women. They
You
come
don't
out and
call
say
them that. That's
affordability
already
is
a
like,
term, you dumb fuck.
I see prices. We're going to get prices down still further. But we brought them down from the prices they cost. The reason that they had the highest inflation in the history of our country is because they had the highest prices. But we brought them down, and now we have normal inflation.
No, we don't.
Yeah, please.
Mr. President, thank you so much for taking questions.
Thank you.
Assembled cabinet. I wanted to clarify something that you had said on Sunday regarding the boat strikes.
Boat strikes.
Venezuela. You had said that you didn't know if the second strike on that one boat had happened, but you wouldn't have wanted it. Now that your administration has acknowledged that it happened, do you support that second strike? And Mr. Secretary, I wanted to clarify something you had said in the interview back in September, I believe on Fox News. You said that you would watch that strike live on television.
Great question.
In real time, did you know?
I don't know who this is. Legend. Great question.
Well, look, all I know is this. Every boat that you see get blown up, we save 25,000 on average lives.
Not true.
25,000 lives.
Not true.
They've been sending enough of this horrible fentanyl.
They've never sent a single microgram of fentanyl.
And other things, but fentanyl right now is the leader of the pack.
Venezuela
To kill
doesn't have fentanyl.
Our entire nation. Because a little speck on the head of a pin can kill somebody.
There's no fent from
I
Venezuela.
know so many people where their sons were drug addicts. They had one little sample, and they died. They died. They couldn't believe it. As far as the attack is concerned, I still haven't gotten a lot of information because I rely on Pete. But to me,
Pete
it
is
was
going to
an
blame the
It wasn't
attack on the
one
new
strike,
admiral.
2 strikes, 3 strikes.
She's going to push the blame.
Somebody asked me a question about the second strike. I didn't know about the second strike.
He's going to push it on the admiral.
Anything about people. I wasn't involved in it. I knew they took out a boat. But I would say this, they had a strike. I hear the gentleman that was in charge of that is extraordinary. He's an extraordinary person. I'll let Pete speak about him. But Pete was satisfied. Pete didn't know about second attack having to do with 2 people. And I guess Pete would have to speak to it. I can say this. I want those boats taken out. And if we have to, we'll attack on land also, just like we attack on sea. And there's very little coming in by sea. I think we've knocked out over 90% of it. There's very little, and I understand that. There's very little. We're saving hundreds of thousands of lives.
No,
with
you're
those
not.
Pinpoint attacks. It's an amazing thing when you see a boat going along, and a lot of the press would like to say they're not. You see the boat. They're not maybe drugs. You see these boats. First of all, who has 5 engines on the back of a boat?
What are you talking? I've seen the videos.
Weird
These are dinghies.
directions and
These are dinghies.
loaded up with lots of white containers. They're bags, they're things. No, they've done an amazing job, and Pete has done an amazing job. But Pete, you could probably better answer the question.
No, you're spot on, sir. I think you got to start with the baseline, which Marco laid out, everybody's laid out. You got 20 million people invading our country over 4 years. We don't know where they're coming from. That
Not
includes
true.
Tren de Aragua and cartels and violent criminals. They bring drugs, and you mentioned it, Mr. President, poisoning, an intentional poisoning of the American people, killing hundreds of thousands of Americans.
Not
So
true.
the president had the courage to designate these cartels as designated terrorist organizations.
Wasn't courage. He did that to
Number of us
skip
here served in the
congressional
military
approval
and
for
spent 20
strikes.
years fighting terrorists like Al Qaeda and ISIS on the other side of the world. How do you treat Al Qaeda and ISIS? Do you arrest them and treat them, pat them on the head and say, don't do that again? Or do you end the problem directly by taking a lethal, kinetic approach? And that's the way President Trump has authorized the War Department to look at these cartels. And I wish everybody could be in the room watching our professionals like Mitch Bradley, Admiral Mitch Bradley, and others
Told
at
you.
JSOC and SOCOM. and
He's
other commanders.
blaming Admiral
The
Bradley.
deliberative process, the detail, the rigorous, the intel, the legal, the evidence-based way that we're able to, with
He has a
sources and
typo?
methods that we can't
Where?
reveal here, that make sure that every one of those drug boats is tied to a designated
What
terrorist
typo?
organization. We know who's on it, what they're doing, what
You don't
what
know
they're
that,
carrying,
Pete.
all these
Why
white
are you
bales
fucking
are not
lying?
Christmas
Provide
gifts from
evidence
Santa.
on his
This
nameplate.
is drugs running on 4-motor fast boats or submarines that we've also struck. No one's fishing on a submarine. And I have empowered them to make that call. Now, the first couple of strikes, as you would, as any leader would want, you want to own that responsibility. So I said, I'm going to be the one to make the call after getting all the information and make sure it's the right strike. That was September 2nd. There's a lot of intelligence that goes into that, building that case and understanding that, a lot of people providing information. I watched that first strike live. As you can imagine, at the Department of War, we got a lot of things to do. So I didn't stick around for the hour and 2 hours, whatever, where all the sensitive site exploitation digitally
Now
occurs. So
he's
I moved
moving
on to my
back
next
from
meeting.
I was watching it
Couple of hours
live.
later,
He said on Fox News that he watched it live.
which he had the complete authority to do. He's
blaming him.
And by the way, Admiral Bradley made the correct decision.
He's blaming Admiral
to
Bradley.
ultimately sink the boat and eliminate the threat. He sunk the boat, and eliminated the threat. And it was the right call. We have his back, and the American people are safer because narco-terrorists know you can't bring drugs through the water and eventually on land if necessary to the American people. We will eliminate that threat. And we're
Chatter
proud
says
to.
invincible. His name is Invincible Republicans Forever. Fascism won. Cope. Bro, you're a proud fascist and your name is Republicans Forever. You're gay as fuck, dude. I don't give a shit about anything you have to say. Suck my fucking dick, loser.
That was exploded and fire and smoke. You can't see anything. You got
You're
digital.
literally gay for
This is called
Republicans,
the
bro.
fog
You're
of
literally
war.
gay for
This is what
Republicans.
you and the press
It's fucking
don't
crazy.
understand. You sit in your air-conditioned offices or up on Capitol Hill and you nitpick and you plant fake stories in the Washington Post about kill everybody, phrases on anonymous sources.
You
not
said
based
kill them
in
all.
anything, not based in any truth at all. And then you want to throw out really irresponsible terms about American heroes, about the judgment that they made. I wrote a whole book on this topic because of what
Oh my God, he's
politicians
shilling
and
his
the press
book.
does to warfighters. President Trump has empowered commanders to do what is necessary, which is dark and difficult things in the dead of night on behalf of the American people.
Yes,
We
Trump has been
support them,
sleeping the
and
entire
we will
time.
Stop the poisoning of the American people.
And Mr. Secretary, on the second strike, you said it happened more than an hour after the
I couldn't tell you the exact amount of time.
Minutes, or you had left the room?
Chatter says you will be dealt with. You'll do absolutely nothing. You're a baby back bitch. Your mother is a whore. Your father was a weak coward. Your grandmother was a $5 trailer park slut that I could literally rent for a blowjob. You're a coward through and through. You're never going to do anything, bro. You're never going to amount to anything in your fucking life. Be so fucking for real with yourself. You're like a hyper-capitalist who owns no fucking capital, bro. You're probably dirt poor, morbidly obese, and you have some other comorbidity. Like, let's be so fucking for real with ourselves, bro. You're probably a pathetic rat.
Very soon, too.
Mr. President, thank you so much, Mr. President.
And you know what? When we start that, we're going to drive those numbers down so low. And then you're going to have families be able to live without the fear of their son or daughter just having a pill to have a little fun and ending up dying within a period of 60 seconds, right? No, we're not going to let that happen. We're not going to let it continue to happen. What Biden did to this country by allowing all these people, and I call them animals in many cases, I think they're animals, to come into our country and destroy our country and let all those drugs pour in, let people just walk across the border like it was nothing. You look at them, a lot of them, you know, you say, oh, let's not discriminate. I'm not talking about color. I'm just talking about you look into the eyes of some of these people. We're smart. And you see a killer. Come on in. Just come on in. 11,888 murderers. Many of them committed more than one murder. He allowed them into
I thought you said 20 million.
Totally unvetted, totally unchecked. But he also allowed drugs to come in at record numbers. And hundreds of thousands of people a year died. And we're taking those son of a bitches out, yeah.
Thank you so much, Mr. President, for taking your questions. I think this is the most transparent administration I've ever seen.
I'm impressed by these people. I'll tell you, how strong are you? You've been holding that for 2 hours. You know, there are very few physically. There are very few people who could do it. I'm very proud of you. I have no idea who you are, but you're strong.
Thank you, Mr. President. Mr. President, last week, militia groups in Iraq attacked the Kurdistan region's gas field, the largest gas field, which even the U.S. companies invested in the energy sector in the Kurdistan region. And the Kurdistan Prime Minister requested the United States to provide them some sorts of means and defense systems in defending their civilian infrastructure and U.S. investment in the Kurdistan region. Are you willing to providing them the support? And if I had this question, tomorrow the United States is going to open and inaugurate.
Can you speak louder?
Yeah, of course.
Is that possible? Yeah, the most gentle, beautiful voice.
He's hitting on him because he's so fucking gay.
Fewer words and louder.
Yeah, sure. I'll repeat my first question. Last week, the Iraqi militia groups attacked one of the largest gas fields in the Kurdistan region of Iraq, which even the U.S. companies have invested in these gas fields.
Yeah.
And then,
are you from Iraq?
I'm from Kurdistan, Iraqi Kurdistan.
Okay.
Yeah.
He does not know where Kurdistan is.
And the Kurdistan region
He doesn't even know what the Kurds are.
The United States to providing them some sort of defense system to defending these gas fields and U.S. investment in the Kurdistan region. Are you willing to helping them?
Well, we'll look at it. I heard about it, and I'm hearing about it more now, frankly. It wasn't at the top of my list. It's a very unusual question, I think, but I assumed you're from the area, and to you it's a very important question, and to me it is also, because people are being killed. I will say this, Iraq has been much different in terms of us than they were prior to us taking out the nuclear capability of Iran. You know, Iran has gone down many, many steps in terms of its fear factor. They were the bully of the Middle East, and they're really
That's
not the
Israel.
bully of the Middle East
Israel is the
anymore.
bully of the Middle East.
Iraq was being bullied by Iran. You know, we had a president that thought it was brilliant to blow them up, and they blew them up, and all of a sudden, instead of having a power that was basically equal to Iran, they had Iran ruling the Middle East for a long period of time. But Iraq, from the day we hit them with those B-2 bombers and knocked out and obliterated, because CNN said, well, maybe it wasn't.
You didn't obliterate it at all.
Totally obliteration. It was every single one of those missiles hit its target. It was actually amazing, but it was wiped out, totally wiped out.
Not true.
I will tell you, Iraq has been a much friendlier place. They talk to us. The Prime Minister actually nominated me along with about 78 other countries for the Nobel Prize. I'm the only one that was nominated by almost 100 countries.
Oh my God.
That didn't get it. But that's okay. but I saved a lot of lives. But Iraq nominated us for the Nobel Prize, and that was a great honor. You know, we didn't expect that from Iraq. Iraq has been a much different place since the taking out of Iran the nuclear capability. Yeah, let's get to another question. Here we go. This guy's a beauty.
Secretary Rubio.
This guy's a beauty, he just said.
Do you have any update from Mr.
He's
Wickoff,
so
Mr.
gay.
on
No
when
update,
you will
because I've been
begin
spending too much time with you. I mean, we're spending a lot of time in here. We wanted to do this you talk about being open and transparent. This has to be the most transparent administration in history. You know, we spent a lot of time answering your questions and giving you a lot of good, good results.
Somebody said if I had to guess Trump's IQ level, I'd say between 70 and 80.
no, I don't.
Well, the average IQ of a raccoon is 48, so I'm assuming his is somewhere between like 35 and 40.
We're trying very hard to save 25 to 30,000 people, mostly men, mostly soldiers, every month. 25,000 to 30,000 soldiers. It's impossible. That's half a stadium. Take a big football stadium. Take half of those people in a stadium.
Thanks, South Dakota.
They're killed every month. It's crazy. That war is crazy. And it would have never happened with me, and it didn't happen for 4 years.
You just mentioned potential land strikes. Can you elaborate anything on that? Are you talking
Yeah,
about
I'll elaborate. If they come in through a certain country or any country, or if we think they're building mills for whether it's fentanyl or cocaine. I hear Colombia, the country of Colombia, is making cocaine. They have cocaine manufacturing
Colombia's next.
plants, okay? And then they sell us their cocaine. We appreciate that very much. But yeah, anybody that's doing that and selling it into our country is subject to attack.
Did anyone hear that? Did each?
No, not just Venezuela. No, Venezuela's been very bad. Venezuela's been really. It's crazy. That war is crazy, and it would have never happened with me, and it didn't happen for 4 years.
You just mentioned potential land strikes. Can you elaborate anything on that? Are you talking
Yeah,
about
I'll elaborate. If they come in through a certain country or any country, or if we think they're building mills for whether it's fentanyl or cocaine.
Listen.
I hear Colombia, the country of Colombia, is making cocaine. They have cocaine manufacturing plants, okay? And then they sell us their cocaine. We appreciate that very much. But yeah,
What? What do you mean? We appreciate that very much. Don Jr. loves the Colombian Bam Bam. He loves that Bolivian marching powder, my son. That's why we call it the White House, baby. What? What?
Anybody that's doing that and selling it into our country is subject to attack.
So not necessarily just Venezuela.
No, not just Venezuela. No. Venezuela's been very bad. Venezuela's been really bad in something else, probably worse than most, but a lot of other people do it too. They would send murderers into our country. They would empty their jails into our country. They sent people into our country that we don't want. They sent their drug dealers and their drug people into our country. They sent people from their mental institutions into our country.
By the way, he says that because he doesn't know what an asylum claim is, and he thinks that when someone files for an asylum claim that they're coming from a fucking asylum.
And we're getting them out. That was bad. That was real bad. And they also sent drugs. Yeah.
I'm Tim Walz, Mr. President. Do you think he should resign over the fraud scandal in his state?
And who should?
Tim Walz, over the fraud scandal in his state.
Look, I think the man's a grossly incompetent man. I thought that from the day I watched JD destroy him in a debate. I was saying, who was more incompetent, that man or my man?
Oh my God, there's a chatter in here whose name is Midas Clowns. Did you make your entire account based on insulting Midas Touch? Are you gay? Are you a closeted homosexual and you hate yourself for that? Is that what's going on here? Are you gay like Donald Trump? Do you like to suck dick like Donald Trump and Nick Fuentes? Are you a closeted homosexual? Because you're safe here, bro. You can come out of the closet here. Nobody here is going to judge you for being gay. You can just come out.
People sitting at this table. Could be a couple of people running together sitting at this table, you know. But I want them to win because we've done a great job for this country, and I want that to be carried forward. And you know, I think
You use the wrong "your," by the way. You don't know basic fucking grammar. I'm 100% certain that you are wildly uneducated and you cannot define capitalism or communism. I'm also certain that you shill for capitalism despite the fact that you don't own any capital. I'm willing to bet money you're very poor and you benefit from these social safety nets like food stamps or healthcare premiums, right? I am willing to bet money that you benefit from the same things that you advocate to destroy. I'm 1,000% willing to bet money on that. You need to be on a CIA black site? No, that's the CIA grabs 14-year-old children in Afghanistan, like that guy who just shot the National Guard. That was a child soldier who worked for the CIA. No, that's not me. I don't go to black sites. The CIA brings children to black sites to turn them into child soldiers and murderers.
is happening in Minnesota. The land of 1,000 lakes, or however many lakes they have, they got a lot of lakes. But this beautiful place, and I see these people ripping it off, and now I'm understanding, and you're going to look at that, Scott. I hear they ripped off Somalians, ripped off that state for billions of dollars, billions, every year, billions of dollars, and they contribute nothing. The welfare is like 88%. They contribute nothing. I don't want them in our country, I'll be honest with you.
Somalians?
Say, oh, that's not politically correct. I don't care. I don't want them in our country. Their country's no good for a reason. Their country stinks, and we don't want them in our country. I could say that about other countries, too. I can say it about other countries, too. We don't want them to hell. We have to rebuild our country. You know, our country's at a tipping point. We could go bad. We're at a tipping point. I don't know if people mind me saying that, but I'm saying it. We could go one way or the other, and we're going to go the wrong way if we keep taking in garbage into our country. Ilhan Omar is garbage. She's garbage. Her friends are garbage. These aren't people that work. These aren't people that say, let's go, come on, let's make this place great. These are people that do nothing but complain. They complain. And from where they came from, they got nothing. You know, they came from paradise, and they said, this isn't paradise. But when they come from hell, and they complain, and do nothing but bitch, we don't want them in our country. Let them go back to where they came from.
I appreciate
and fix
that.
It.
Oh, San Diego. Not
Thank you very much,
Bye-bye.
everybody. Thank you very much.
All right, one more of these before we finish it.
We are Charlie Kirk. We carry the flame. We'll fight for the gospel. We'll honor his name. We are Charlie Kirk. His courage our own. Together unbroken, we'll make heaven known.
Oh, great. Fantastic. Fantastic! Love that. Love that. Love that. Send me a link. Let me see. Secretary of Education, by the way. Hold on.
We are Charlie Kirk. We carry the flame. We'll fight for the
That's Charlie making his way into hell.
honor his name. We are Charlie Kirk. His courage our own.
This is literally what his wife looked like at his funeral.
We'll make We are Charlie Kirk. We carry the flame. We'll fight for the gospel. We'll honor his name. We are Charlie Kirk. His courage our own. Together.
Oh. God, that feels good. God, that feels good. It's good to laugh. It's good to laugh. I'm out of here. Thank you for tuning into the Valenti Videos broadcast. I appreciate you all. You have all been a great audience today. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Have a good day. Thanks for the gifted membership, Stone Tortoise. Have a good day, guys. Bye, bye, bye.